Welcome to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. This is the world of Atlaran. Beyond the Forgotten Realms and perhaps not far from Exandria, Atlaran and her two-moon sky have seen leviathans, dissolutions, divine gates, and calamities. And that's only the last 5,000 years. Perhaps most distinct for her scars, Atlaran is host to a number of sacred or cursed sites, depending on whether you ask Bahamut or Asmodeus. Or perhaps you'll ask the old Balin gods, whom the world herself and her moons and star are named after. These places, like Mount Gear, the Monomarig Meteor, Drozdana, the Dawn Deep Trench, the Shattered Continent, the Greenhall Sea, the entirety of Garrett Eldathos, they all play parts in the world's fate. But it's the people that truly shape it. And every so often, little windows of time, short glimpses into exceptional people's lives, are plucked from the midst of the chaotic centuries, and we call them stories. They're not always epics of heroism and bravery. Quite the contrary. Every hero was once a bumbling fool, or a selfish mercenary looking to make a platinum. Or, in most cases, both. And that brings us to our particular window in time, following in the footsteps of a scorned bard and her unlikely lone wolf companion. Or perhaps lone coyote is more apt.
Sylfia Phelan, a half-elven bard, unexpectedly turned knight of a fickle sea titan. Once a street urchin, Sylfie knows the meaning of hunger and struggle. With that, she also knows the meaning of flirtation and deceit. After all, pickpocketing is so much easier when they're distracted by a pretty face. Sylfia was born in Morsress Harris, the chosen den of the pirates, assassins, slavers, and traffickers known as the Arbiters. Adopted in later childhood by Wedna and Alistair Altera, Sylfie and her older sister Marin thought that life would be better with parents. But instead, they and their adopted brothers were taken into the family business of shady contracts and heists. And one day, rebellion from Marin left her dead, and Sylfie all alone. She fled the island and evaded notice from her family for a decade, but now she's on their trail for revenge. She's already struck her brothers Redner and Flynn off the list. And now with the might of the primordial sea goddess Teldunos at her back, her sights have turned to the rest.
Kit, just Kit, a shifter or elusier of the Coyote Totem and mildly devout cleric of Savros, the Balin god of mischief and wanderers. Originally hailing from Amnoblin as part of a group of natives called the Manamar and Dulmarig, Kit's people have always been harassed by the Skull, or outsiders who seek to take their ancestral lands and waters. Kit's particular tribe was attacked when he was young, rendering himself and his brother Ren orphans, and forcing their tribe to flee their home continent altogether. They found refuge in Iroquel, but struggled to adjust to the change from subarctic to equatorial desert. Trusting in the sacred Mount Gear, heart of the world, to watch over them, Kit's people settled in the northern savannas. But Kit never settled, aimlessly causing trouble to Skull and taking mercenary contracts to send money home since he was 15. Kit has become a person of interest to the Guild of Wardens, enforcers who help keep the common laws. Thanks to Dana Fioris, a former troublemaking comrade who eventually went straight and became a warden herself, Kit has quite the dossier with the Wardens, and rarely struggles to find work at their guild. And now, alongside Sylfie, Kit has his own scores to settle with the Arbiters, though breaking apart an organization of kidnappers and slavers would be reason enough to destroy them. Well, hi everybody.
Hello!
Well, hi everybody.
Oh, whoops, hold on. Oh, God.
Well, that was terrifying.
I forgot to keep myself muted until I turned off the stream. Okay.
I immediately was like, oh no, what the fuck did I break this time?
Nope, all me.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, hello everybody, and welcome to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. I hope you enjoyed our brand new intro. I was super excited about it.
It was very cool.
we will still have the old intro available on YouTube, and this one is going up tonight as well on its own, along with all the VODs. But we came up with a new one so we could just get straight into stuff.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So,
Yeah.
let's recap right away. All right,
Oh, we're not screwing around? We're not...
No, that's the whole point of the new intro, was so that we didn't screw around quite as much, because of the way we are.
Well.
So last time, a game entitled The Palinstrades, you guys opened in Covert's Rest in the Pelin Peaks, and you had been surrounded by a number of Hydaelyn cultists who you thought were there for you, but it turns out after you finished them off, they were actually there for Clay, not realizing that he had just joined you. Let's see. Once you finished them off after a pretty difficult battle where I believe each of you went down once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had twice for me.
Yeah, he got me down once.
You retreated back to the Horizon Runner as the Redding Lodge burned in the village, deciding that it was much smarter to get the fuck out, rather than stick around and see what happened next. Heading northeast on your way to the Isle of Amborough, Kit and Sylfie had a little bit of an altercation about not telling each other things. Each of you have your own secrets, and a couple of them were kind of bugging you a little bit. But Sylfie finally revealed for certain to Kit that Marin is alive, and your sort of deal going on with Alistair. Kit, in turn, revealed that he's going to Amborough in order to pay for a bag, apparently. That was how you phrased it. You didn't actually say what you were really doing.
Yeah, I did. We talked about the staves.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, you did, but not a lot. Kit's still keeping some things close to the chest.
I feel like... Am I? Do you know something about Kit I don't?
Yeah.
I mean, his whole backstory?
Oh, well, that's
No.
totally different.
Did you share what the thing is that you're dropping off?
Yeah, the pseudo-dragon.
The dragon egg.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that one. Anyway, you talked a little more to Mia, not a ton, but a little bit, about Silas Moore, and found out that he does not much care for his mother or Wedna. So his relationship with Moore's Rest and Marin seems a little strange at this point. You're not really sure what his game is. Just
Probably
that he seems to be different from his predecessor, but you don't know if that's going to be a good thing.
They all think they're different.
Anyway.
Gross.
After another 2 days on the sea, you approached Greensmarch and the island of Amborough, where you saw a wall of city-sized hurricanes around what you assumed was the island. The hurricane wall, aptly named, completely surrounds the entire island on all sides, as you've heard, and the only people who can get in are those who've pretty much already been there. You tied yourselves off to masts and rails to brace, and took on several pretty hefty waves and lightning and other I don't know if natural is the word for it, other phenomena, while your druid guide Astrid fought the storm to open up a path for you guys. You did lose Captain Usam Aladir. Kit did get a moment to cast Water Walk on him before he fell overboard, but you did leave him outside the hurricane wall, so you don't know what became of him.
Probably nothing good.
Probably not.
He could water walk for at least an hour, so... Hope he can
The
run.
first mate, still at the ship's helm, guided the ship into an archway created by Astrid, upon which, when you guys passed through this archway between hurricanes, passing through the wall, all of the wind, all of the rain, all of the storms just stopped suddenly. And that is where we currently are. It is the 14th of Curvagar, so it's still midsummer. And you guys have just arrived upon the clearest stretch of ocean that you've ever seen. The surface here is glass smooth. There is no wind. There are visibility is probably a good 100 feet or more. The water itself is a bright blue color, and you can see visibility underwater.
Yeah. No, I was just like, visibility 100 feet? That's not good.
Visibility in the air is to the horizon.
Gotcha.
Or, well, it is in one direction. Looking behind you, you just see a wall of fog that separates you from what would be the hurricane wall, but you can't see the hurricanes at all. I described that as you coasted your way through, as there's no wind to carry your ship here, you see huts built on water. I compared it to, I think, Bali, but the sort of idea I was going for, Ben, you would probably know this, is in Final Fantasy X.
Kilika.
What?
Kilika.
Kilika, that's what it's called. Yes, more Kilika style, with the walkways between different homes.
It's like
All of them are
roundhouses on
built.
stilts.
Yes, all of them are built. Instead of the houses themselves being on stilts, there's like a couple miles worth.
Oh no.
What's happening?
What are you knowing about? Oh,
no.
we froze. We can
Uh-oh.
still hear her, but she froze.
Continue.
Okay, so
We're back.
Yay.
where did we lose you?
You were saying the visibility and something about Final Fantasy.
Great. Okay, yes. So the sort of inspiration for this place is Kilika from Final Fantasy X. But for everybody who's not a massive video game nerd, Bali. Let's see. I actually pulled up some pictures of Kilika to get a better idea of what I was going for. But yes, so the entire this part of the village, you do see there's a village on land much further inland, but this part is built like maybe a good 2 feet above the water surface, and it's almost a mile stretch of just wooden platforms, the super thin platform that houses are just built here and there along its edge. On land, the more permanent looking structures in the distance you can see are primarily made of stone blocks, sort of an older style of architecture that really isn't that common since the Calamity. The almost a medieval God, what am I going for here? Whatever, medieval-esque, and some places like with lime wash. But looking at the village as the ship is beginning to coast and get slower and slower and slower without the wind, you do see people moving around on this platform village over the water. From a distance, they just look like people just going about their everyday business. A lot of them carrying baskets and nets and fishing rods and that sort of thing. They do see you coming, and several people stop and stare for a good long while as the keel of the ship starts to catch the sandy bottom of, what in the world?
He's singing Stop and Stare by One Republic.
I sure am.
Wow, okay.
I love how I know. It's so sad that I know that. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what I was doing.
I hate that song. Anyway. No, I overplayed that song to myself in middle school.
Yeah.
Yes, the keel of the ship starts to catch the white sandy bottom of the shoreline, and the ship sort of grinds to a halt near the shore. And you see several people take off pieces of clothes and jump into the water. Like, not completely disrobed, but some of them.
They're nudists!
And jump
That's
into
why
the
there's a
water.
hurricane. That's why the hurricane's here. It's because it's a nudist colony.
And they're putting it up so that no one will judge them.
Exactly. Welcome to Greensmarch Nudist Colony.
Take off your clothes.
Join the fun. Don't forget your sunblock. Oh god. Okay.
All right. Anyway, yes, they dive off the platforms and come out to meet you guys. You do notice that they swim immensely fast. Well, okay. Now I'm like nervous about internet issues, so anytime I see you guys like make a weird expression, I'm like, what? What's happening?
I thought I was gonna yawn, but I didn't.
No, my lighting keeps adjusting.
But these figures under the water just shoot toward the ship and come up to the side where the crew throws down a rope ladder, and one of them climbs on board. You are greeted with what looks like a human, but probably isn't. This very tall, broad, muscular and athletic woman climbs on board. You can see that the few clothes she's kept on are like a halter top and sort of like almost these capri style pants that everything's fairly form-fitted. And you notice as she climbs up and the water is draining off of her that these gills at the side of her neck close.
She's a mer person.
Yeah. She has them on the side of her neck and under her ribs. But as she steps up, you also notice that along the outside of her forearm, there's a fin that lays flat against her arm, and she has her feet are a little less human looking. They're definitely webbed, and they don't have like human toes. They have sort of like claws on the end, but everything else about her looks very human. But she steps up, sort of looking over all of you, pushing back this long, dark brown hair that's just dripping wet, and looks over you all, kind of suspicious, until she sees Astrid, who comes down the length of the boat. They start speaking in a language that you guys think might be common adjacent, but it's like being from California and listening to a bunch of people from Appalachia talk to each other. It's very weird. You get the gist that they know each other and they're greeting each other, and they actually meet each other with a hug. But Astrid finally turns to the crew, who have now gathered, battered, some of you bloody, some of you like Bull still smoking slightly from being struck by lightning.
Oh god.
And Astrid just sort of motions broadly to the island and says, welcome to Amborough.
That is the worst trip I have ever taken.
Yeah, I'm not really raring to go.
I want all my
for
money
round
back.
2.
All of it.
Hey, Kit, do you want to just live here so we don't have to do that
leave again?
Yeah.
Let's
just live here.
I can just send messages to your sister. We can just call it good.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll just say, hey, meet up here.
Yeah.
please, God.
Meet me at the candy shop.
Campaign over.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh, we're done. We're going.
So-
This is home.
Campaign
Yep.
2 is going to be Ren and Marin trying to find you guys.
That would be fun, actually.
That would be fun.
That's kind of my backup plan if you guys die.
Oh, maybe we should go back through the storm.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was like.
Sylfie kind of like takes her hair in like a big thing and like wrings it out full of water.
Kit just shakes like a dog.
Oh god, I said it a minute ago, but I freaking forgot to introduce everybody. Hi, I'm Taylor Wallace. I'm your dungeon master. If you haven't figured it out.
Oh yeah, we just jumped right in.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we?
I'm Blake. I'm Kit.
Yeah.
I'm Alicia. I'm Sylfie.
Done.
Yeah.
Now we can keep playing.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as these two greet each other, you get the idea that this broad, tall woman is some kind of authority figure. As more of these mer people come
Purple.
on board. Some of them have more Triton-like features. Like some of them have actual finned ears, and a couple of them are full-blood Tritons. But they all seem to be just a general mix. And they look to this taller woman as a sort of leader.
Hey, Astrid, you want to introduce us? Because, you know, we almost died getting in here.
Oh, yeah, totally. So, hi. Welcome to my hometown. This is Mari. She's kind of... You know how, like, the wardens have the water marshals?
Mm-hmm.
She's like the leader of our version of the water marshals.
Okay.
She's like a water druid.
The debutante.
No, like
Oh, the
druid.
the. Okay, yeah.
Not actual water marshal, just our version. Yeah, and the woman Mari steps forward, looking over the two of you as the ones that Astrid is focused on. And she seems mildly confused by the sight of Kit in particular. Confused but welcoming, I should mention. And she sort of focuses on you and extends a hand and just says, "Welcome, brother."
Hi.
Shake, shake.
Shake, shake.
Sonora.
That's just gonna turn into Beetlejuice.
We can't. There are certain words you can't say without it becoming a song.
I'm gonna hit myself with a cure wounds.
Harry Belafonte, wonderful man. Okay. So you just shake your hand and don't say
I shake
anything?
my hand. I just shake my hand. I'm like, cure wounds. Like, I'm dying. Hi.
And-
yes. Do I recognize her? Do I know what or who she is?
You get the idea that she's probably half Triton by the evidence
yeah.
displayed before you.
She's a fish.
You don't know who she is.
Okay.
But you do know that of course, in your culture
Rona.
in Amnoblin, the spiritual and magical and sometimes overall leaders of your people are druids. So to I guess to put it simply, higher druids like this woman are sort of the shepherds of your people, period.
Oh, she's
Not just the Elusir,
Yeah.
but all of the Dalmarg, all of the Monomar, all of the Malandrada.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There you go.
What is going on?
What?
My camera keeps adjusting the lighting and it's like flashing. Can you see it doing
yeah.
it? It's annoying
This-
the shit out of me.
What is happening?
This
I don't know.
Scream today is just clearly
Fucking
cursed.
fuck.
It's going on vacation early for next week.
For next week.
Yeah, for real. It's like, excuse me. I don't want to work today.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I'm not.
Okay, not.
Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at that color. Hopefully that works. But anyway, so yeah. Hi. So, hello. I'm here to deliver a package. Do you have... Take me to your leader.
Oh. Kind of laughing like Muttley. This stream is
We're gonna
doomed.
be a fucking mess tonight. Oh my god.
Oh man,
Oh my God.
That was bad.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
We're only 35 minutes in. We're not gonna have... You cannot fix your mascara for at least another hour and a half.
Mhm. Get some
No
some
crying.
tissues ready. Fold
Just
up
do-
the corner.
Oh, it's fine. I'll just pat it. I'll pat it. It's fine. Okay. We're fine. We're good. It's good.
Yes. She nods to you. She says, "Well,
Oh.
which one? Do you...
The druid leader? Do you by chance... Let me just lay this on you. Do you know someone named Atlaran?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a weird dude. Does a lot of weird magical stuff. Look kind of flamboyant.
I'm aware.
You're a what?
She's aware.
Oh, sorry.
She said she's aware, so that means she's some sort of like werefish.
Yeah, I'm
Or
a weird.
A werefish.
Yeah.
Me mother's
Sorry.
a werebear.
It's taking me a second to get into her accent. They're supposed to be Scottish.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, she says, come on shore. We'll get you taken care of.
Okay. Do we have to swim or can we?
And she looks at the ship, which is not in good condition.
Destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the masts is just about to break, and you guys don't have any, like, lifeboats or dinghies or anything. She says, give me a moment, I'll get you a ride. And she turns and just dives off the side of the ship. A few of her people stick around with you guys, just sort of checking over everybody. Several of these people seem to be druids as well, but like lower tier. And they start basically handing out cure wounds. What are you guys at?
35 out of 58.
I'm at 20 out of 50.
Just kidding. We had aid last time, so technically I have 63.
Okay. Each of you can take back 12 HP.
Oh, 12 HP.
As you both get
Healed.
bopped with
We're
cure
getting
wounds.
healed.
Cure wounds.
Me mother's
And-
a bear.
In the time it takes them to fetch some little fishing boats from on shore, they sort of gather up everybody and heal you up a little bit. And you are ferried to shore. Instead of oars, there don't seem to be really... they didn't bother to bring oars, so they just... What's happening?
I'm
What?
paddling. I'm doggy paddling.
No,
Is this
they
what paddling?
didn't bring you oars. So what they do is they put you guys in the boats, tie some ropes to it, and swim you to shore. Which, with their accelerated swimming ability, is kind of like having a powerful trolling motor.
It's like a chariot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of nice. Onwards, half tritons.
Yeah.
But yes, you are brought to the actual shoreline next to the village itself, and by this point, several several small crowds of people have gathered here and there. Just
Sorry, our background music just had a whale sound, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
It's Zeldanos! It's Whale Mom!
it's whale. Mom.
Yeah, she's here.
It was an orca too, so it was like real high pitched. It just scared me. Okay.
There's a whale sound that goes off in the background, and Sylfie just like
orca-ish.
grips the edge of the boat and is like, "She's here!"
honestly, you
Oh,
may
no.
actually hear that here. Or
I'm
like some
home.
dolphins nearby.
Kit, I could rule here as a god. I could
God.
rule here as a god. I'm a chosen knight of Tal Dunos. They probably love her here.
Can I
could
push
be
her
like,
off the boat?
yeah.
You want to push Sylfie off the boat?
Yeah.
Sure. You guys are on shore, but there's still like shallow water you can push her into.
Perfect. Gotta get
Okay.
that clownfish.
Make a contested strength check. So both of you.
This is gonna be great. Oh boy.
Oh boy. That was a 4 for me.
8!
Oh wow.
This
okay.
is like watching two toddlers fight.
We're just like,
Sylphie, you do see it coming and you like brace for it, but you don't make up for the fact that the bottom of the boat is rounded, so you don't have good footing as Kit just walks up to you and shoves you off by the shoulders. And you just
the fuck?
Call the fish.
fuck.
Maybe I will. I'm gonna throw out my vibes, but they're angry vibes this
My
time.
fish
I'm like,
vibes.
Come to me, fishes. Help.
I love how this was supposed to be like being a paladin. You just fucking turned into like the shittiest Aquaman ever.
And I mean, Aquaman's already pretty shitty.
Right?
Yeah.
Come to
Yeah,
me, fish.
you just sort of half float there, but like you're not with your armor. You're just heavy enough that like your butt touches the sandy bottom, so you're like half floating, and you feel a little like boop against the side of your hand. And
It's the
there's a
clownfish, isn't it? Yeah.
It's the clown. Have you seen my son?
Listen, pal. I look down at it. I'm like, listen. I know that we're like BFFs and everything, but like, if you could send like someone a little bigger to like, I don't know, jump at him or something.
Oh my god, if you free Willy me and I die.
I was thinking about a swordfish.
Make me a wisdom check.
Watch. Sylphie can never get Taldanos to listen, but she can fucking talk to this clownfish.
Oh my god, I'm rolling like dicks
okay.
already. It was a check. Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's 6.
Or yeah. Okay.
6.
Yeah, he's just like waving his little tail back and forth, looking at you, just wide-eyed, happy little fish. And then behind him in the distance, you just see a dorsal fin raise up out of the water and then sink back below the surface.
What color is it?
Dark gray.
Oh no!
Oh shit. I turn back to Kit. I'm like, I may have sent out some bad vibes into the
Bad vibe!
into the Taldanos network, so we should probably get on shore real quick.
Check his vibe.
Bad vibe!
In the distance, you just hear da-da.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
I knew it was a shark!
I stand up and I like awkwardly run to the shore.
As all the water's like draining out of your armor.
Yeah.
The little clownfish follows you as far as he possibly can, just wiggling his little butt.
Okay. I'll give him like a little pat on the head, like a little gentle pat.
Yeah. He just sort of like, if a fish could smile,
Mm-hmm.
he just does a, and he turns around and goes and swims out back to sea toward the dorsal fin.
You should have given him a copper.
What are you gonna do with that? Joke on it?
Yes.
But yeah, he just disappears off into the water. He's such a bright reddish orange, and the water's so clear that you can watch him until he hits the fog wall and just disappears.
didn't get eaten by the shark.
No, shark didn't seem interested.
He's gonna swim into. He's gonna swim into that hurricane and die.
He just slowly swims through the fog and then hits the other side and just
Woo!
No, he hits the cycle and he's just like, "Ah!" Gone.
Oh.
That's how he's getting places. That's how he's getting places so fast. He's just riding the weather.
Oh. I'm sorry, the goofy thing got me way too much. I've never heard anybody be able to do it.
I mean, it wasn't like good, but
But it's good enough. Anyway.
Oh, Jamie's here, yay!
Oh my god! I
Enough,
want to
gold
hear.
star.
I want to hear that clownfish just. Gone.
Every like 10 seconds, you just hear.
Because it's gonna
Oh god, does that mean the shark is Bruce?
It could be.
He just swims up to you guys like in your face. He's just like, hello.
Hello. Oh my god.
This episode is haunted.
It is. It's cursed, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We all need to fix our mascara now.
So.
So you guys are on shore after that little debacle, being stared at by a village of people. And Mari is standing before you guys, Astrid at her side, as the crew of the Horizon Runner, which are all just broken and battered and bloodied, all just kind of crawl on shore. Few people like lay in the sand and just thank whatever god they believe in that they've made it back to land. A couple of them just turn and look at the Horizon Runner, which is kind of listing to the left ever so slightly, to the port ever so slightly. And one of the masts is kind of at an angle as well. It's not in good condition. The sails are fucked. But you guys are all just being stared at for the moment, except for Astrid, who weirdly enough seems to fit in here. Kit, you do see Mari speak to, God damn it, I've almost gotten rid of the fruit flies. Almost gotten rid of them.
So close.
I figured out where they were coming from. She sends off a younger Triton toward the main village, further inland, turns to all of you and says, alright, well, I assume you didn't have a very good time getting through the hurricane wall.
Not really, but I mean,
Well, the good news is it still works. And she turns and looks at all of her people who are gathered and staring, and she says, what are you all gawking at? Go back about your business. And they all just sort of take off. But she motions for you all to follow her as she makes her way toward the main land village.
While we're walking, I'd like to just kind of stride up next to her. It's like, so you said it still works. Does somebody doing that to protect you guys, or
No.
Okay.
It just kind of exists.
Do you know how long that's been going on?
As of today, about 200 years, 4 months, and 14 days. Exactly.
Oh, I mean, is there like some sort of history that lets you know like how long it's been going on? Like, was there some sort of event that was like
Well, exactly
taking that off?
200 years, 4 months, and 14 days ago was the calamity.
Oh, I guess so, wasn't it? Darn, I should remember that, you know. exactly when the calamity was.
Well, I mean, it happened at the start of the year 200 years ago, so it's not that hard. But no, it's been here as long as our people have, ever since Kennebec Amborough led us here from the ruins of Kelley City. Or, well, some of our people, the rest joined us from Amnoblin a short while after.
Interesting. Uh, cool.
I imagine I'm walking with you two at this
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
Okay. Is there like is Kenna the one that set up the hurricane, or was it here when you got here?
According to what she left behind for us, it was beginning to build when we arrived here. When the crater was created, the Greenhall Sea, as it's now known, we climbed out with her help and ended up on Enoch. Made our way west, and we saw a storm in the distance, which was here, blocking the passage between the islands. And Kenna told us to make our way through it, and there would be a safe place for us. It wasn't quite as violent as it is now. In fact, at the time, it was little more than a small rainstorm.
Does it surround the entire island, or is it
Yes,
just...
the entire thing.
Is this the only settlement? Is Greensmarch the only place people stay?
There are small groups of people in what we call camps and outposts further north, but no proper towns. None of them, I wouldn't even call any of them villages. Just groups of people working together. Homesteads, if you will.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Interesting.
Are there any, like, things we shouldn't miss while we're here, since we're gonna be here for a while? Any, like, tourist attractions, historical points of interest?
Is there like
You're
a guided
asking-
tour?
You're
Yeah,
asking
is there
if
like
an
a
island-
spelunking cave?
Yeah. Or like
Oh, yes.
a ice cream shop that has like weird flavor of ice cream. That
Ooh, or like
everybody,
those ice
like,
cream
talks
shops that just
about.
have the tiny little balls of ice cream that you can eat.
Or like an ice cream shop that puts like gold leaf on your ice cream for some reason, even though it like has no flavor whatsoever.
Do you have like a racist hot dog stand next to the beach? That might be a little too on point for anybody else, P.S.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
That's a Michigan thing. All right, sorry.
Do you have any of that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure you guys were done. Alright.
Yeah.
As you're asking all these inane questions, she just kind of slows down and looks at you guys. Until she eventually comes to a halt, just staring. She's like, "You're asking me if an island of druids that's been cut off from the world for 200 years has an ice cream stand?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
you gotta
tourist
know.
attractions.
I mean, you guys have had plenty of time to get them set up.
For real.
Let's continue. And she just continues on forward. Decidedly, this entire island is good 150, maybe full 200 years behind the rest of the world. There are no signs of modern inventions here, so you won't find anything steam powered, which is still pretty new. You also notice that, as opposed to the other islands that you've been to here in Harris, which kind of have a Tudorian style to a lot of their architecture, the sort of timber frame walls, this entire settlement is old school, basically. I mentioned it before, but a lot of the construction is stone or Some of the smaller, less important buildings are. Have you guys ever seen Celtic roundhouses?
I've got a
Um,
vague idea.
they're
Sure.
they're basically they're round houses. They're little houses that are made of wattle, which is branches weaved
Oh, okay.
between posts
Mhm.
in a circle and then filled in with mud. And then after that hardens, they make a roof either out of branches, tiles, or thatch. In this place, they use thatch, made of seagrass specifically. There's not a whole lot of those buildings because they are, they do degrade faster than stone buildings. But all of the stonework here is it's very Spartan, not in the Sparta sense, but very sparse. There's not a whole lot of decoration outside of tapestries and weaving. Everything here is very utilitarian. Though you do see that practically every single building here that is basically older than a year is covered in plant life, ivy, mosses. There are several homes they have stone walls and they have earth roofs. Some of them are actually built into hillsides. Not quite hobbit like, but a similar idea, like half the building is outside the hill, half the building inside. um, the place that the village is set into is on the edge of the start of a large old growth forest. A lot of very gnarled, twisted oak trees, living oak trees especially, and several houses are built around trees, using them as the main support structure without killing them. Um, the the majority of the town is set into this little dip between hills, and the main road runs on either side of that dip, and then the very center is actually a stream that weaves its way out to the shoreline, coming from a spring that you can only imagine is probably several hundred feet deep and the source of fresh water for the village. Um, if you can imagine, like basically Kitchitikipi, big springs, but deeper and without all the branches.
Gotcha.
But Mari brings you into the center of the village where you actually see the stone ring around the spring that sort of marks where it's safe to walk, because if you get too close to it, you'll just sink right into it. There are several people actually fishing in it. They just have, instead of like a cast rod, they just have a string on a stick and they drop down a weight into the spring and they pull up these massive fish that they sort of look like catfish, but they have several sets of pectoral fins and they're um, almost dogfish in their length, but they're easily the size of like a person's torso. Um, but
Jesus.
everything is generally pretty quiet and peaceful here. Most people wear pretty simple garb. Women tend to wear just like the halter top and then shorts or sort of capri length trousers. Almost nobody wears shoes. The men typically don't wear shirts. They either wear some sort of like short trouser or if you guys know what a lava style skirt is, it's sort of like an islander style skirt. Some people wear those. Um, Probably the people you see wearing the most clothing, because it is strangely warm here, are a few people gathered around a few shrines to the Balin gods and to the Gearhold gods that line this central circle. They're wearing just sort of simple, thin linen robes, mostly in earthy colors. Um, But once you guys get into the village, nobody really pays you guys any mind. They glance and they're like, ooh, outsiders, and just go about their business. They don't really seem to care about you all that much.
Can
Um,
I, while we're walking, can I take a look like towards the center of the island and see if I can
mhm.
see anything that looks like it marks the center of the storm, like a landmass or like a weird
It's
cloud
funny you should
formation?
ask,
Okay.
because I was about to mention.
Okay.
Um, Looking toward the center of the island, which to where you are right now is a little bit to the west and, north and to the west, you see that it's a little hard to see from this vantage point, sort of in the low point of the village, but you can see over the tops of the trees, there's some looming distant shape. And it's too far away to tell what it is, but it is way bigger than the surrounding forest. It's
Okay.
big enough that it starts beyond the horizon and you can still see it.
Mm,
The bottom of it starts beyond the horizon and you can still see it.
mm.
I turn to Kit and I say, all right, so plan time, because we didn't really have much of a time to talk
Remember,
about that.
she's right next to us.
Oh, hi. Uh,
Mari looks at the two of you and says, "Do you need a moment, or should I
yeah.
take you to see the Elder Druid?"
Uh, we'll just like trail back here. If you want to just keep leading the way, we're just gonna have a little side chat.
And she sighs and she points to what is the largest building in the village, which completely stands out from the rest of the architecture and would actually be super familiar to kids. It actually reminds you a little bit more of the architecture you saw in Cover's Rest, this lodge style building with the triangular roof that's super steep and reaches all the way to the ground. Very Amnoblin, like subarctic style wooden building, built mostly out of driftwood and a little bit of stone foundation. The front part of the structure is this thatched triangular shape, and then the back part actually rises up much further with more stonework and more driftwood into two towers on the either side of a raised second steep roof. And at the very top, there's this little cupola that sits at the highest part of the middle roof, um, that you can see someone is standing in there, but you can't tell what they're doing or what they're looking at. And both of the towers, which raise up a little bit further, one of them has a bell inside of it that the sort of brass color catches the sun and makes it shine. Hanging in the other tower, you see some kind of shape that registers to you as maybe a person, but hanging upside down.
Oh,
It's Spider-Man.
it's one of the bat people.
It's way too big to be Mercoptera.
It's Spider-Man.
It's Mothman.
Even better.
Bummer.
Even better. Um, okay, so she points to that building.
Yeah, she points to that building, says, "Well, I have some things to get sorted out, so whenever you're ready, just walk in there and ask for the Elder Druid. I'm sure she'll see you.
Okay, can
In
do.
the meantime, if you need me for any reason," she points to another building close beside this one that's just sort of a small stone shack with a thatched roof. She says, "That's where I stay. We don't really have accommodations for visitors because we don't get visitors. So most folk who come here, we typically give them a place to sleep in the Grand Temple." And she motions back to the large building.
Okay,
Cool.
cool. Thank you.
Make yourselves
Thanks.
comfortable. Don't do anything stupid.
We would never.
Of course not.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Don't want to trespass
and
on your hospitality.
Of course
treat
not.
the plants with kindness, as if they were your own family. And she walks away.
Do you know what? Have you ever had a plant family before?
She also doesn't know how I've treated my family in the past, particularly the stabbing and
Maybe we shouldn't kill every plant in the village.
Well, I mean, I wasn't planning on it.
Considering you're
But-
surrounded by plants, it may not be a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe one of
Literally,
them are running a little plant arbiter ring.
and to give more sort of color to how the plant life works here, there are no roads in this village, really. There are like little tiny paths that just exist from, god damn it, exist from being traveled constantly, but literally every inch of available earth is covered in greenery that's been allowed to grow wild. Um, just standing in the middle of this central square, you guys probably have tall grass all around you, and you're probably standing on moss that's like super spongy and almost bouncy. It's been allowed to grow for so long that you probably couldn't tear it up if you tried. Uh, ivy just grows out over every inch of stone, just sort of wrapped into the cracks in between it. And pretty much every 20 to 30 feet, there is a tree of some kind. Inside the village limit, there is exclusively silvery birch trees.
Of course.
What?
I saw that one.
I was way too slow.
I turned to Kit and I'm like, okay, so plan time. So we're gonna give that egg to whoever lives up there, and then we want to try and find the staff. Which the staff?
Keep that on the DL.
Well, that's why I waited for her to leave. We want to try and find. Okay, let's do code word for it.
Code word.
Then.
We're gonna try to find the
banana.
mushroom.
Oh, the mushroom.
We're both going for food, at least.
All right, find the mushroom. We're gonna try and find the mushroom. How? I mean, nobody here seems to really have a clue about that.
She said that the storm surrounds the entire island. Do you see what's off in the distance?
What?
You
Make a
could see
perception
it.
check.
Oh, okay. Her or me?
Both of you. I'll give you more detail if you get a good one.
Okay. Nat one.
A 6.
Kit, you can't find it anymore.
Oh,
you
where'd
can't
it go?
see it anymore. Where'd it go? Sylfie, you do see what he mentions, and it is hard to see from this distance. There seems to be a fog bank rolling in. You do see this humongous, I almost said Titanic, and I remember what happened last time. You do see this giant structure. You think it might be a structure because it's so big, but it has such a weird shape to it that you think it might be a tree. But it is so big that you can tell it's the base of it is below the horizon, over 3 miles. Well, for Atlaran, it'd be over like 9 miles away. Because it's 3 times the size of Earth. And Earth, you can see 3 miles to the horizon. Anyway, science. God damn it. Come here.
Get it.
I actually got him.
Yay!
I grabbed him, and I fucking was so surprised I let him go.
Fly.
He's still alive, goddammit. Anyway, whatever it is, it starts below the horizon and is tall enough that you can still see it, even at this distance. Your best guess is that it's maybe a tree. But you've never seen anything of that particular shape. And it's seems to be, just from your rough estimate, probably around 2,000 feet tall.
Jeez.
Yes.
Uh,
The only
I'd put-
trees you know of that are that tall are in Garrel Shell and Caladros.
I point over at that. I like the kid just doesn't see it. It's like, where'd it go? And I'm like, you mean
it's hard
that
to see.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing. Did you see? Because that I
Yes.
can't see it anymore, but it should still be there.
It's there.
Okay, good to know. That if that marks the center of the island, it's probably where it is.
Or we could be barking up the wrong tree.
LOL. Dog jokes are hilarious.
I didn't even think about that. I don't know. Do you want to spend the time? I mean,
our ship's fucked, so
that's true. How much longer would it take to get a new ship? I mean,
there are no ships here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you?
So
that you can see.
Someone could potentially teleport us somewhere.
Yeah.
But
which would be nice.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're going to be stuck here anyway, we might as well just go on a little walkabout and see what we can find.
Okay,
while we're stuck here.
I wouldn't love to spend a ton of time here.
Oh, we don't have to.
You know.
It'd take us less than a day to walk to that.
Okay. It'd take us the same amount of time to walk back, and then be like, "Hey, get us to Enoch."
1 to 2 days tops.
Okay.
Depending on how well you deal with old growth.
I'm not very outdoorsy.
Oh, well.
If you couldn't tell.
I'm very outdoorsy.
I know. And I don't... You know, what? Okay, fine. You will be the guide or whatever.
Okay.
And I'll follow. We should probably bring Bull and maybe Clay and them, just in case we run into any funny biz.
Yeah.
You know? Because if you're right, and if the Heidelin cult is wanting to get in on this mushroom, then it would probably behoove us to surround ourselves with allies.
You're not wrong.
So we don't die like we almost did last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if some of the people on our ship could even potentially be involved, and they're already here.
Oh god, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wouldn't it be a real thing if the reason they keep finding Clay is because they were already with him?
But I don't think anybody with Clay joined us.
They didn't, but at the same time,
they didn't, you guys.
They could be anywhere.
They died.
They could be anybody.
They could even be you.
They could already be here.
Okay. So, let's drop off this thing. I need to take a nap or something.
Yeah, me too.
Still kind of hurting. I'm running out of spell slots, so...
Same. Maybe we can... What time of day is it?
Late afternoon.
Oh, okay. We can drop this off and then spend the night and then go for a walk.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go drop off this pseudo-dragon egg.
Go team go. Cool.
Go team go.
Okay. So for the moment, you two are on your own. Bull, Mia, and Clay have sort of wandered a little bit.
Continue.
And just doing the karaoke hits.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Make your way toward the temple that was shown to you. It's placed in such a way that you imagine that this was the first major building ever completed here. It is placed very specifically The door faces exactly south, and it is lined up with the spring. And you see that, or excuse me, I'm sorry. It is lined up not exactly south. The alignment of this building is that the peak of the back roof lines up exactly with that structure in the distance, or that shape in the distance. So when you're standing looking up at it straight on from in front of the spring, it creates a perfect line. Um, and if you look behind you, it lines up with the spring in such a way that back on shore, uh, the if you follow a straight line across the roof of the temple, you see that there is a post sitting on shore. That it is exactly centered with, but you don't know what the post is for. You just can see that it's bright red from here. Um, the door to this temple is made of, like much of the temple, seems to be made of driftwood that's been carefully carved and almost laminated together with resin to make a flat, solid object. And then carved into it, you see the entire Balin pantheon in like an arch, where Atlaran is at the center, and then Elen and Zerai, Savros and Rallis, Ursan, Hesperus, and then Senna and Talon. Um, the and then underneath their arch, you see a circle that includes all eight of the well, tentatively eight now, eight Gearholt gods, and at the top of their circle is Taldunost, this group of titans, as they're sometimes called. The rest of the door is covered in sort of Scandinavian style knotwork, especially of animals and plants sort of twining together all around them. And at the bottom of the door, there is a circle set into it, with lines coming off of it that you imagine uh, mean smoke. And standing at the front of whatever this circle is, there's a uh, featureless humanoid looking figure standing at its foot, uh, representative of the Dalmaric meteor. The door splits in half as you step through it, and you are greeted by a tiered hall that sort of, there's a stairway and then a flat bit, stairway, flat bit, that goes all the way up to this large square area surrounded by chairs, all of them specially carved with different designs, different animals, different plants in their work. And then at the very back of the chamber against the wall, there's a large stone chair that is comparatively less detailed than all of the others, but far larger and draped with different sorts of cloth, different colors, mostly earthy tones. And sitting in this stone chair, there is a woman who's maybe 50 at the most. You can guess maybe mid 40s to 50. Silver streaking through her hair. The sides and back are shaved, and the rest is very long and left loose. Um, she's sitting sort of leaned against one arm, wearing, uh, if you know what a like a sari is, like that drape over cloth, that several monks and sorts wear. It's primarily an Indian garment, but this partly fur, partly linen sari over her, and also in browns and earthy tones and grays, with a green sash around the middle. She's leaning on one arm of the chair, looking down at a group of other people in similar garments but much simpler, who seem to be begging for her attention for something. As you enter the hall, you're getting used to the dialect. It's a little weird. Um, but you can hear them asking her for her attention for a homestead to the northwestern part of the island, that they're having some issues with dire bears. She's quietly listening to this, and you notice that she has one arm actually tucked inside of her robes. You can see the shape of the arm, it's still there, it's not like it's missing, but she's sort of hiding it, and the other arm is laying on the chair itself. She's listening to these pleas, but then she looks up and sees you guys. Um, and you see these bright, almost supernatural glowing green eyes, not like Tamar,
Okay.
but almost pulsing with magic. Kit, being anywhere near her, you can already tell that this is the Elder Druid. You've come across a couple Elder Druids in your lifetime. They are a force to be reckoned with. You can feel them coming with how powerful they are. But she sees you guys and seems to forget the people talking to her. She looks between the two of you, not sure who she's more interested in. Kit, who's as an Elucir she recognizes, or Sylfie, whom she has this look like she knows something about you.
Oh, great.
But she looks down at the people talking to her, and you hear her say, "I suppose we can send a some sort of troop of druids and housecarls, but please, we have guests." And she sort of waves them aside and sends a an assistant that stands near her. It's not really a throne, but near her chair, sends them to go continue talking to them, and opens the floor in front of her for you guys to approach. Also laid out in front of her in
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Oh
Are
no.
we doing this again now?
I guess so.
Oh.
Okay, let's try this again. So we lost you when you said she opened the floor in front of her for
yes,
us.
she left the floor open for you guys in front of her. You do see that a ways in front of her, like not right up in front of her, there is this recessed dome into the floor, like a concave dome, where there is it's used sort of like a brazier or a fire pit, and there is a small fire burning in the bottom of it at the moment. But it burns a strange hue, almost the flame is red and orange, but instead of sort of retreating into deeper reds, it retreats into blues and greens at the embers, and it just constantly burns this strange rainbow of colors. But she does motion you two forward.
I'll walk
Hail
forward.
and well met.
Thank you, Magnus.
Blessed be.
Be pleased.
Beep beep.
Beep beep.
She pushes herself up a little bit, sort of adjusting in the chair, and sits forward looking at the two of you. Says, "I assume, as you are not from my community, that you have the delivery I requested."
That's him.
From Alar Roanan?
"Yes."
Yes, I do.
"Lovely. If you would be so kind as to put the box in the fire."
Oh boy. I pull out it's already out, but my leg bag of holding, and I like rip a box out of it. And then look at this box, and then I just I'll walk over and gently place it in the fire.
The fire catches the wooden crate immediately. You would have had a moment to look at the crate every so often. It was nailed shut within an inch of its life. Like, there's no way you could open it without breaking it. But as the flames catch it, it eats away the wood much faster than a normal fire and starts to eat away at this, you assume, cloth material on the inside. And then you start to see the shiny surface of a dark purple egg. The surface has, while most of the surface is smooth, it has these four sort of bumpy ridges going out on the sides that create little quadrants, and it settles down into the embers of the fire, and the entire egg just slowly chars black. And the druid watches it for a moment, nods, and looks at the two of you. Says, "And is there anything else I can help you with?"
Uh, nope.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Good.
That's it.
Is there anything we can help you with?
Yeah, you were giving me the stink eye a little bit there.
Yeah,
so just
same.
wondering.
I also heard something about some werebears.
No, dire bears. We don't have a problem with berserkers here. They're honored members of our community. But
Oh, okay. Well, dire bears then.
yes, to the northwest we have some folks who are being terrorized by them, it seems. Which happens every so often, but these ones seem particularly insistent. Maybe it's been a lean year for them. Why, is this something you're interested in taking care of?
I mean,
Nope.
what? I feel like it might be something we could probably do.
Kit.
Huh? I definitely feel like it's something we could do.
In how much time? They're dire bears.
It won't take long. They're dire bears. It doesn't take long.
To get to that side of the island, to the opposite coast, it would probably take you, well, being that you're not terribly familiar with our lands, and neither of you appear to be mages of a natural disposition, probably take you between 4 and 7 days to travel to the opposite side.
Oh, that's a lot. Maybe we don't. Maybe we can't. Do you guys have like an expressway, or can you teleport us over there?
We typically fly there under our own power.
Oh, can you fly us there?
And she glances around. Some of these chairs in the chamber, you do see other people join and like sit in specific chairs. She glances at a few of them, says, "We do have a few druids who should be able to shift into large enough birds to carry you.
How long would it take if we flew?
To fly that far, assuming you would need to stop occasionally to camp and to shift again, 3 days there, 3 days back. Give or take for the actual time to complete the mission."
That's still not quite short enough for me.
Does it pay?
Well, that depends on how good of a job you do.
What's the base rate?
We typically don't work with outsiders, so we don't really have money. We trade.
Well, also, like, is this really like a quality thing? Either we kill a bear or we don't.
Multiple bears.
Yeah, so we either kill these bears or we don't.
I don't understand why you feel it's your problem either.
It's not.
It's not. It
Kit.
just sounds fun. Anyway,
It's
okay.
fun.
I don't know, something to do. We just went through a storm.
Who are you two, by the way?
My name's Kit.
Sylvie Phelan. I am a paladin of Taldonost. Perhaps you've heard of her?
She looks at you like you just asked whether or not she's ever breathed. And one eyebrow raises, says, Assuming you have walked into a temple of the Balin Pantheon, yes, I have heard.
Good. Just so we know,
You are
we've all
clearly
heard of
new.
her. Yeah. Wait, you knew that I was, like, a paladin? Is that why you gave me that stink eye when I walked in?
It wasn't a stink eye, it was just I noticed.
Oh, like it's, like, oh, she has white hair and she's a paladin of Taldanost. I don't know. I'm. It's not like I would recognize another paladin of Taldanost if they walked in the room.
You are definitely new.
Thanks.
I'm surprised you wouldn't. You're normally easy to pick out. The Sea Titan isn't exactly subtle with her choices.
Oh.
Well,
And she lifts her hand to motion past you, past your right shoulder, and you see sitting in one of the chairs that you didn't see them join. They must have come in from outside. Sitting in one of the chairs, you see a very tall, like nearly 7 foot tall Triton, which for Tritons is insane.
That's really tall.
Because what do they typically top out at?
Like 5'9"?
5.
Yeah, like
yeah.
5'9". This tall, very thin male Triton with long white hair, all sort of brushed to one side. Deep, sort of cerulean colored skin, and then, of course, the Tritons naturally tend to be very beautiful and have very triangular features and very athletic bodies just from swimming constantly. He's got a little extra muscle on him, and you see that he has quite a number of scars on him that look like they were caused by nets constricting. So he's like net pattern scars over his arms, and you see across one shoulder as well. He's wearing just a simple vest in green, and then dark trousers, no shoes. Most people don't wear shoes here. And he has been staring at you this entire time. Um, the entire left half of his body, almost like split down the middle, is covered in ocean and fish and whoopsie. Just having a day over here.
God, this entire
We're all having a
this
day.
whole episode is cursed.
Ocean, fish, and storm tattoos. Perhaps the most noticeable of which is sort of on the top of his left pectoral muscle is an arched clownfish in black.
Nice tat.
That clownfish is cheating on you.
He's just looking at you, sort of with the similar eyebrow raise to the elder druid. But there's less like, oh, these young pups just messing up my space. It's more interest. Like he's probably in his, you can get, I don't know. Tritons look young for a really long time. You can guess maybe late 30s. He's got a little bit of white scruff going on his face. But yeah, there's definite interest there in the like, this is someone I need to know kind of interest.
So, there's more of me then.
There are more like you, yes. You're not the only one for the sea goddess to choose.
Well, that makes me feel a little less special, I guess.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, she doesn't choose many.
Yeah, well. At least there's that, I guess.
She didn't choose me.
Well,
And
I mean, why would she choose you? Every time you get wet, you smell like damp dog.
And the elder druid speaks up again. She says, "But it's rather rare for her to choose someone who is not of her people. Land dwellers, specifically.
So
She
if
normally chooses merfolk and tritons."
well, so like originally she didn't choose me, right? Like my friend Jax was originally the one who like was going to be chosen, but then it was me. So
And you hear from behind you the triton speaks up. He says, "A black tabaxi?
that's the one.
Where is he?"
No longer on this plane of existence. Vis-a-vis he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah. You see the triton sit back in his chair and very quietly to himself just says, "Damn it."
Did you all know him?
"No, but I've been waiting for him."
Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to happen. Sorry.
Then you have the ring.
Yeah, I hold up my hand, go whoop 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 whoop.
Well, I suppose I'm stuck with you then. Alright. And he
Well,
stands
don't
up,
sound so excited about it.
stands up just towering over you guys. Says, "I was supposed to meet this Jax, you said?
Yeah.
I was supposed to meet him at some point, but, that's not going to happen anymore, is it?"
Hey, look on the bright side. I'm a lot prettier, so
Another eyebrow raise.
Debatable.
everyone is raising their eyebrows at me today. It's a little unsettling.
Forgive us, we're an insular community and we tend to do some of the same things.
Well, anyway, what exactly are you wanting to do with me?
Let's get one thing out of the way. That's not on the table.
Okay, no, okay.
Alright.
It wasn't on the table. Certainly isn't now. Wasn't proposing that. I was just like, I was wondering if you were gonna like experiment on me or something. Not.
No. Wait,
I don't know.
what in the world do you think Tildunast is?
You know what? I'm still figuring that out. So.
Maybe I can't help. No, I was waiting for this Jax. I was supposed to help him.
To do what?
I'm not sure. I think the idea was for him to get here, and then we would figure it out, what he needed. And perhaps take him to Drozdana to maybe introduce him to the Whale Mother. But that's not happening now.
Who told you all of that?
The Whale Mother.
How does she tell you this stuff? Does she just like send you those funky dreams? And,
Yes.
like, oh,
That's how she speaks. That is her language.
cool. Maybe you can like translate some stuff for me because I've got some funky dreams that I really just don't know what the hell is going on there, right?
You're a strange case. So, how did you get the ring? How did she choose you?
Again, don't know if she necessarily chose me so much as she stuck with me. So Jax died, right? Not a great time for anybody, him or me. And it kind of just fell off of his finger when he died. And I put it on because someone said that it would be fine if I put it on, right? You know, it's not my fault.
Whoever that was, then an idiot.
Yeah, they're like apparently a huge like big inventor guy, but yeah, he was dumb. And so I put it on and then I couldn't take it off and then like I just weird shit started happening when I would cast spells. And so I was like, okay, fine, you know what? Let's work together then. And then she was like, oh, okay, well, you can take the ring off now. And then I got buff and got a
Yes,
sword.
you got the ring that was meant for Jax, so I imagine it didn't go over very well at first.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't going over very well for him either, because the whole reason
That
he's dead is because of it. So,
that was part of why I was supposed to find him. But
little late for that.
I see that. Thank you. So then, what can I help you with?
Okay, so first of all, uh, God, now there's a lot of questions that I have, but also none at the same time. Uh, okay, so I had this weird dream, right, where there's a big sea snake.
So
It
road.
was what?
So road.
The road. Okay.
I assume that's who you're talking about.
Well, so I don't know what his name is. Wait, do I know what his name is? It's been a while since.
It was suggested to you that it might
Seasick.
be the road, but you don't know for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's a road. He was like in a trench. And then he was like really big. What does that mean?
Oh my god. So I like had this dream about this table and there was a piece of cheese. What does that mean?
Yeah, he does the like slow like kind of it's like,
Well, okay, this happened like right after I talked to some dude about this, and he talked about like going to Taldonost and like how there were mer people there and stuff. And you know, to hey, you should go check it out. It'd be fun. And then right after that, I talked about the sea snake. And so I was like, oh, that sounds like there's a big sea snake that's going to attack Taldonost, and that's bad.
Didn't you talk to another snee snake?
Yeah,
Under the
I also
water?
talked to another snee snake.
I didn't even mean to do it, but it just came out.
okay, Travis.
Yeah. All the
Okay, snee snake.
snee snakes.
Yeah, there was another big sea snake. I want to say snee snake now.
Say
Yeah,
sea
there's-
serpent if that works better.
There's another big boy down in the ocean that I talked to. And he's the whole reason that I'm actually traveling to Enic Island to give them a bunch of water, because I told him to not attack our ship, and then I would give them the offering that they would give 10 times over. You know, everything like that. Are those two related? Like, what's going on with the sea snakes?
That's a lot of information all at once.
Sorry.
I assume you are talking about Zerod and Nazithir, respectively.
Oh, sure. I believe you.
Nazithir is, to put it very simply, the Greenhall Sea belongs to him. More or less.
Okay.
All of the seas belong to Taldonost, but it is his particular kingdom. Zerod is... Have you ever heard of him at all? How much do you outsiders know about your history and Balin gods?
I know
I know a little.
that they were a bunch of people who were all like, hey, let's just have sex. That's about it. And they're all like married to each other and like, doing stuff with each other. It's like a big incestuous family.
No, there is no incest in the Balin
Oh,
pantheon.
well. Figurative incest.
There are
Figurative?
And he has this look on his face like, oh god, I'm gonna have to teach you basic, like...
This whole conversation is just showing me how much of a disaster Sylfie is.
Yeah. Well, you don't have... It's funny, because what little you, Alicia, may know about the world is about as much as Sylfie would know, because she was never taught.
Yeah. I grasp some things, and I know like a few of them are like married to each other, and a few of them are like stuff like that. But like
he turns and he like sits you down, just like, let me teach you, and he looks at Kit like as a welcome to join if you so choose. But Kit would technically know all of this.
Yeah.
He explains to you, and I'm not going to act it all out because I want to keep it short and sweet. He explains to you that the Balin Pantheon is made up of the siblings Senna, Atlaran, Ursan, Raulis, and Elen, and their partners, which are Zerai, Tiamat, Talon, and Harkin, and then Zerai's brother is Hesperus. So they're all either married or brothers and sisters or in-laws. They are the parents and grandparents to the Gearholt Titans. Taldunost is Atlaran's granddaughter. Just making sure that's clear.
yes.
And he explains to you that Nazathir is one of Tiamat's not children, but creations. And he was created as not a pet, but a companion to Taldunost, as Tiamat is Atlaran's partner. So two ladies, they're together. But Tiamat... What?
Two ladies together with a pet snake.
Yeah.
Again, not a pet. Nazathir is an intelligent creature. But he's dragonkin, being a sea serpent. So Tiamat created him as a gift to Taldunost when she was just starting to shape the oceans of the world. And among him and several other large ocean-dwelling creatures, she split the primordial oceans up so that there was sort of a hierarchy where she was at the top. There were her... I guess you can sort of refer to them as almost like barons of the different seas. And then they have their own people and so on and so forth. Nazathir is sort of charged with the General Harris region, but after the calamity, this Triton explains that Nazathir made the Sea of Greenhall his home in order to keep people away from the epicenter of the calamity, which is Kelley City, where Greenhall Druids Guild used to be. And then he explains to you that Zerod is a creation of Asmodeus. And he is essentially an Ouroboros. He is so massive that he can go around the world and bite his own tail. And he is vehemently pitted against Taldunost. He is trying to take the seas away from her.
Oh. That seems bad.
Yes.
So when I had that dream, was it basically just like, hey, watch out for this guy? Or like...
Well, considering that I've had a similar dream when I first started on my road, yes, I would say it was a warning, her trying to tell you who the players in this game are. And I don't think your
Gotcha.
meeting Nazathir was an accident.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But considering you've had no luck deciphering these dreams yourself, I assume that she's been talking to a brick wall and you haven't understood what she's trying to tell you.
Well, you know, how much can we really understand what our Lord and Savior Tel'Danos tells us? We are
She's
mere mortals.
Savior. Not for most. Perhaps Jax was the only one I know of that she's ever saved.
Okay, well,
But she has a habit of saving the outcast children of other gods.
well, cool. I mean, so like, let's just go dream interpretation here. Like, a dream interpretation key. Clownfish means good?
And he motions to the tattoo on his chest. It says, the little red clownfish. Do you see it often?
Like all the time.
Tel'Danos has a messenger. This little clownfish. He's, I think he's a common denominator around all of her chosen people. We all see him fairly regularly. And I did notice that he seemed to visit you earlier. I was watching all of you come to land from the water village.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so he's... Oh, sorry. Were you still going?
Well, his name is Maz.
Maz?
Maz,
M-A-Z?
yes. M-A-Z.
Okay. Maz.
It's short for something I can't pronounce, but I'm sure she'll tell you in time. He's an rather ancient creature. We believe he's older than the world itself. But, he's just a little messenger.
How did he breathe if the world wasn't created?
You assume the clownfish is the only form he can take.
Got me there.
He is next to a demigod.
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
Got the goose and now we've got the fish.
Jeez.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna speak up at this point. I'm gonna be like, speaking of weird creatures that have demigod-like powers, have you heard of a goose?
Oh god, the
Goose.
goose.
Yeah, so when we were back in Port Midcord, is that where the Phalon was?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
When-
so, yeah.
When we were back in Port Midcord, this goose showed up out of nowhere and used an upper level druid to talk to us and gave us some tips on how to kill a werewolf, I think.
I think.
He disappeared after he told us all this stuff, and then when I mentioned that I was going to buy him some food, he magically reappeared again, and I sent him packing with probably close to 40 egg rolls. And I'm pretty sure he was probably a demigod.
I'm not aware of a goose demigod.
Well, I just thought maybe there was another
Oh, what
god
about
out there with a weird messenger.
Quick thing. I was gonna mention this and then I got sidetracked. Kit, once you hear the nickname Maz, you know who he's talking about.
Okay.
I'll type it in chat for you.
Okay. I probably won't be able to pronounce it either.
There is a what's the word I'm thinking of here?
Mazagaldanir?
Yes, Mazagaldanir, who is essentially is one of the few dragons outside of Tiamat and Bahamut's creations. Who, as soon as you hear the name Maz, immediately your mind goes to this particular dragon, who is a large reddish-orange fire dragon, who was created by Hesperus. He is a sun dragon, and he is another one of the gifts that was given to Taldanost.
Ah. I'll, just mention that offhand. Be like,
Yeah.
oh, Mazagaldanir. Yeah. He's a dragon.
Yeah, the Triton's like, that's how you pronounce it, yes.
Yeah, he's a dragon.
Well, apparently now he's a fish.
Or both.
He is one of the Io adjacent dragons. Not of Io.
Yeah, he's kind of a
Okay.
big deal.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Taldanost has a number of, I suppose, heavyweights at her discretion. She's got quite the entourage.
But what about a dolphin, though? Do you know anything about a dolphin?
Dolphin?
Yeah, he's like awful.
A murder dolphin?
Yeah,
Like
he's
a
like
Describe
giant,
this dolphin to me.
big
really fucking big.
bitch of a dolphin.
Big old bitch dolphin.
There are quite a few dolphins with attitude problems. You need to be more specific.
It like flops up on your boat and like tries to eat you.
Imagine a dire dolphin, but twice the size.
Yeah.
Covered
Yeah.
in runes and stuff, and it'll.
Didn't he have a horn on him too?
I don't think so.
No, he
No.
had eldritch tentacles.
Oh.
Yeah, an
okay.
eldritch dolphin.
Yeah.
Eldritch dolphin, that's quite a phrase.
Well, it
Isn't it,
exists.
Whale.
I'm,
Well,
to be very honest with you, this world is covered in water and it hides incredible things that even the most learned of Toldanos people won't know. She's not in control of all of it either. The primordial sea is her domain, and what others do in hidden places and what they create, sometimes she'll never know until one of us finds it. So whatever you found, it would be rather helpful if you marked it on a map for someone to tell everyone.
where was that?
That was on the way from.
Oh, from Irakel to here.
Yeah.
From Irakel to Nataline, yeah.
Yeah.
Sylfie fucked around with the ring, and it called everything within 100 nautical miles.
Listen,
Yes.
I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't. But
Fair enough.
that's not a problem anymore. So, moving on.
Except for that shark.
Well, the shark's fine. He's probably gone now. It's good. Cool. So, well, that's good. So, like, Is there like a spell that I can use to be like I cast translate funky dream that can just give me more of a direct answer as to like what's going on? Because there was like one where I was like swimming around underwater in a town we were staying in, and then I went up into like this tower thing, and I don't know. It's just sometimes I wonder if it's her trying to say something to me or if I just ate something bad, you know?
I can promise you, if they're that vivid and they stick with you, it is not just your imagination. But the Whale Mother does not speak in language, so there is no translation. There are only images, and if all else fails, you could, of course, go to some sort of soothsayer or compare notes with folk like us, but she leaves things vague for a reason, I've found.
Is that reason to annoy Sylphie?
It may be a test, and whether or not you get impatient and give up is up to you. She speaks not to order you what to do. She speaks to give you options. She shows you things that could be, things that you may find interest in, but it is up to you what to do with them. And the reason she shows them is because they may influence things that have to do with the sea itself, things that she may rather one of her people had control of rather than some random adventurer. It all depends on the situation.
I guess.
You don't
Fine.
seem terribly thrilled to be the favorite of a primordial titan.
Uh, I mean, I'm fine with it, sure. She's great. It's
Hmm.
great.
I
Look at
suppose
this.
I've.
I'm like super buff. I mean, not Alicia actually, but Sylvie is. Like, ah,
He
it's great.
he seems kind of surprised, and he says, "I suppose I've never met one of us that wasn't devout, but I suppose it had to happen sooner or later."
Okay. Well, now I just feel like I'm being judged
I
for.
don't care whether or not you worship her. I don't worship myself. I respect, but I've never met one of us that doesn't take her seriously all the time.
I I take her seriously. I know she's, one tough bitch, my kind of
Well,
lady,
I
but
feel that you're a step ahead of some of us if you take things that she shows you with a grain of salt, because she is a trickster god. She's fickle. She changes her mind at any time, and I will be the first to admit occasionally she shows you things just to mess with you.
that,
Can confirm.
well, great. What?
But most of the time it is serious. She tries not to waste anyone's time without some kind of goal in mind, in my experience.
All right. Well, cool. I guess that's what I needed from you. I don't know. Sure. I I don't know how much I can offer you about Jax. Like we didn't travel together as often or as much as uh, I could have, but
Honestly, at this point, I'm probably the only person living who knows much about him.
you'd never even met him.
I'm aware, but the goddess saw fit to tell me a bit about him and stories and images, and his is not a happy story, so it may be it may be better for him that it did end. Things were only going to get harder.
Doesn't mean it had to end. Whatever. Yeah, okay. So you don't need that. You can't tell you anything about anything else that I said. I guess that's it.
Grand. What's your name?
Sylfie Phelan.
Phelan.
Yep.
Oh no.
All right then. And he extends a hand. He says, Corvo.
Nice to meet you.
Uh,
Now, okay, so non-Taldonos business. Is there a way? So our ship is a little like FUCK'd.
I'm very well.
Yeah. So, does anybody here know how to like teleport people, like possibly to Enoch?
And he motions to the elder druid who you were talking to and then just turned away from, and she's just still sitting there listening to this entire conversation.
Hey. So you know how to teleport. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. We're gonna need to do that. So we were thinking like 2 days from now.
2 or 3 days, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I'm doing this why?
Because I'm a paladin of Taldonos.
We need
And
to
we're
take an
going-
offering to her.
Yeah, we're going to Enoch to give her a super duper cool offering.
And what will you offer in return for the cost of materials?
The Whale Mother's love.
She just
Or-
stares at you.
Or, money. We do have money.
Money means nothing here.
Great.
What would you like for it?
Yeah.
Well, typically we trade deeds or goods.
Ugh, I guess we could kill those dire bears.
It's gonna take so long.
Yeah, but we may not have a choice. Is there anything else we can kill that's closer?
Yeah.
We prefer not to kill things if we can help it.
Okay.
Is there anything we can't help but kill that's closer?
Why are you outsiders always so averse to just normal work?
Okay. Here, how about instead I give you a very special, and I take out the flame tongue dagger, which hasn't made an appearance in a very long time. How about I could give you a special dagger?
Oh my god. Yours today for the low, low price of $9.99.
She offers out a hand for it.
Set it in her hand.
She takes it and sort of tests the weight, and of course, it being an enchanted item, it is perfectly weighted. Looks it over, turns the blade over in her hand, and you see her finally pull out her other arm, which you see her fingertips are completely black, and they fade back into skin color, and these black designs go up her arm and into her sleeve of sort of like these rolling spirals. And she takes hold of the dagger with this hand, and you see these this sort of tattooing start to light up. But as it lights up, you notice that it's not tattoos. If anything, it's more like scarification, where it looks almost like the skin was split open and then the ink was set into the wound and it was allowed to heal. But there's just something off about it. You think it may be magical. But the markings start to glow, and you see her eyes flash as she casts Identify. And she looks over the dagger and she says, not bad.
And what about this? And I pull out the whalebone knife, and I'm like, this is probably more up your alley, right?
And she offers a hand out for that as well.
Take it.
And as she takes it and turns it over, she immediately hands it right back. She says, no,
Yeah.
this is yours.
I'll take it back. Okay,
It
fine.
is not for anyone else. And looking back down at the flame tongue dagger, she kind of sighs and nods and says, I suppose I can find you passage.
What did you say your name was again?
I didn't. You never asked.
Oh, what's your name?
Let me grab her name.
Okay.
We're assholes.
I do that to people in real life. Like,
That's, yeah.
we have a 2-hour conversation. Like, who are you again?
Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
She sits back in her chair and says, "My name is Annika Amborough."
Amborough?
Yes.
Are you like?
Does that just mean, like, from Amborough?
Are you related to McKenna? Or Kenna? McKenna? Kenna?
Kenna.
McKenna Amborough? You think I would create a character named that?
McKenna McDruid McAmborough.
No, as she's sitting back, she says,
Oh,
Kenna was my great grandmother.
so I feel like a right moron because I thought her name was Kenemac Amborough. Like, and I was like, why do you keep calling her Kenna?
No, Kenna Amborough.
Okay.
She is from the Amborough clan in Amnoblin. And then
Good
the
old
island.
Kenemac.
Well, okay,
Named after
to be
her.
honest, Taylor, you did say it like Kenemac Amborough, and so I was like, okay, I know
But
Amborough.
I figured because it's a Scottish name, you would get the
I don't
Mac was
know.
separate.
McKenna McDruid McAmborough.
What do you think, like...
You seriously overestimate how many brain cells
What
I
do you
have.
what do you think Ian McGowan's name is?
Well,
Ian
I
Mc-
know.
It's Ian Mick and then Gowan.
I'd never seen. I'd never seen her name written out. I'm sorry.
She thinks Mr. Magoo is Mr. Mick. She thinks that's his
Mr.
first
Mick.
name.
Go.
All right. This didn't turn into Alicia roast Alicia hour.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
I'm sorry. I just figured because I'd never seen it written down. I was like, oh, Kenemac Amborough, like Kenemac Amborough.
Here, I'll write it for you right now.
Okay.
So, if you're, but wait, isn't Kenna still alive?
How do you know that?
Oh, I have pen pals in cool places.
And she sort of straightens up, almost defensive, and she says, "Who else knows this?"
Don't look at me. I don't know
Sylvie, should
anything.
I tell her who knows this, or we just keep it to ourselves? I feel like we're not getting out of this now.
I suppose the rather more pertinent question is, has this become common knowledge in the outside world?
I
don't think it's common.
so.
Good.
We're just that cool.
How do you know?
The Sentinels know,
Oh yeah, that's right.
because one of
Ah.
the staves was destroyed recently, and she made an appearance.
Yeah.
Well, the outside world is going to know sooner or later. Yes. She is still alive, but
She's apparently a god.
Yeah, she's like 1,000 years old.
no, she is 244.
Oh, sorry. 244.
There is a difference.
Well,
She is my great grandmother. And she gives this sort of like sigh, almost of not annoyance, but almost sadness, as she says, "Yes, there was rather a large catastrophe at the Monomatic recently. My mother, Emira, the elder druid of the Monomatic,
We heard about her.
she was killed. And the barrier that protects the Monomatic and the Malandrada inside of it was destroyed. Now, being that my grandmother Inga is no longer around to take up that mantle, my great-grandmother has been forced to show herself to the world again, confirming their silly nickname of the Deathless Druid, and she is now the Elder Druid of the Monomatic until further notice.
That makes more sense now that I think about it.
What do you mean?
She has the Voxtide staff. Of course she's still alive.
Yes, she unwillingly took away the power of Sanka.
So maybe we should also let you know that the Heidelin cult is chasing us.
And you decided not to lead with that.
Well, we didn't know if it was going to be... You have such a nice hurricane. We didn't know if it was going to be important.
Well, and that's the other thing, is that if you guys have a staff here...
We do not.
That'd be very... I mean, are you sure?
Are you sure?
I am as certain as someone who has lived here their entire life and been involved with even the most secretive of plans.
Where does the hurricane come from?
We don't know.
That's not selling me.
We've tried for 200 years to figure out where it comes from.
Did you go to the big tree?
Yes.
Did you go
Was it in the
inside the
big
big
tree?
tree?
There's nothing inside the tree. It's solid.
Did you try to go inside it?
Have you ever tried to walk into solid wood? Doesn't work very well.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's like a secret tunnel.
Well, if you would like to go and take a look, feel free. But as far as we could tell, between some of our strongest casters, including Kennemak Amborough herself, there's no evidence of a staff being there. She's been hunting for, I know which one you speak of, the Gaither hide. She's been hunting for it ever since the calamity, and she hasn't been able to track it down yet. The last time it was seen was outside of Haven in Amnoblin about 100 years ago, and it's just disappeared.
I turned to Kit. I'm like, well, I mean, if big shit over there was looking for it and she didn't think it was here, then maybe it's not here.
The timeline doesn't line up either. If it was seen 100 years ago and this hurricane's been brewing for over 200, then it's...
Yeah. It's probably not here.
The Gaitherhide staff also does not come from this part of Harris. It comes from the Orcan Mountains, where it was created in a battle with the Earth Titan. The place it was created is now underwater. I don't know if the staves have a tendency to return to where they were created, but it was as good a guess as we had when I was young, and we were trying to figure out how to locate it. But everything that Kenna has tried, everything that she's thought of, hasn't worked. It's maddening, honestly, that we can't figure out where it is. It feels like we've looked everywhere. It is still on this plane, it is still in this world, but we cannot find it.
Interesting.
My greatest fear is that perhaps the Heidelin cult has it and they've hidden it so well that we can't find it.
Well, they already have two.
I'm aware. But thankfully they have two of the twin staves, so they won't react to each other, at least not violently. If it was two opposing staves, then I would be concerned.
Okay. Well, it was a good thought.
It was worth a try.
Yeah.
You're not the first to come up with that idea. And actually, embarrassingly, Kenna only very recently thought of that herself. Thanks to some upstarts in Amnoblin suggesting it to her. But no, it's not here. Not that we can tell.
Hmm.
If it were here, it is somewhere we can't reach.
Well.
Well.
Okay.
So when should we go then? Do we want to help them with the? I'm just like looking at Sylfie in front of all. I'm like, do we want to help them with the dire bears or
I
like?
mean, not really.
Your assistance is. The offer is appreciated, but it is not necessary.
There you go.
I can see you two have something you need to do.
Yes.
And as she's speaking, because my little timer just went off, Kit, you hear a little crackle come from that central fire. And you hear hissing, like, liquid escaping from something.
Ew.
And all at once, both of you, with your backs to this fire, feel hot little shards bounce off of you. And it's mildly painful. It doesn't do damage, but it's just like, it feels like being stung.
Fuck.
And
Fuck.
the little fire that's built into this recessed little concave dome, this little bowl, collapses, and the druid stands up and just sort of pushes past the both of you, says, right on time. And she steps up to the bowl, and down in the embers you can see the broken open eggshells, and you watch as she, with her blackened arm, just reaches straight into the fire, and she withdraws this little palm-sized baby dragon.
Aw.
And he's curled up in a little ball. He's like the size of he's like an undersized kitten. He's covered in gooey at the moment fur because he just hatched. Things that come out of an egg are gooey. Come on.
Yeah, I know. That's so
Or
gross.
damp anyway.
Still gross.
And his little long tail is hanging off her hand. But yeah, he's covered in fur, and he has these two little tiny wings that are like pinned in close to him, and his eyes are shut. You can see these two, god damn it, fly. You can see these two little sets of horns, one longer than the other, and these little tiny ears that are folded in close to his head. He's this deep royal purple color speckled with black scales. And the fur along his, sort of in a ridge down his spine, is black as well. And she just holds him up and looks over him, says, perfect. And she just very gently opens up her robe, and you see that she has this sling inside that she's been holding her arm in, and she puts the little baby dragon in the sling on the inside. Turns to the both of you and says, well, I think I can chalk this up to a good day. Whenever you're ready, let me know. I can send, you said Enoch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I know someone who can help you when you arrive. In the meantime, your crew of the Horizon Runner was the ship.
Mm-hmm.
We will see them safely off the island.
Thanks.
Sounds great.
Do you have any others that need to go with you?
I
Yeah.
think Bull.
We need Bull, and we need Clay, and we need Mia.
Okay, so there'll be 5 of us all together.
Alright, well, go and gather them, and I'll send you off.
We might spend the night and then we'll...
Yeah, just to get back some hit points.
Yeah, because
Not
that
a problem.
hurricane is
It's a bitch.
extra special.
It's meant to be mostly impossible. So, I imagine if you hadn't had guidance, you would be at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah,
If I,
probably.
Well, I mean, we got through, but we're mostly dead, so we're, it's fine.
She motions to Corvo behind you guys and says, Corvo, would you prepare sleeping quarters for 5 guests, please? And Corvo nods and stands out of his chair and goes off to a side room. She looks beyond you guys, where the doors to this temple have been left open after a few more people came in, and you can kind of feel the breeze coming through. There's these openings at the very peaks of the roof so that airflow can go through. You can see it is now getting dark out. Now getting dark outside. And she glances out and she says, I suggest you gather your friends and turn in soon. We will be serving dinner shortly. You're free to join us, as is your crew. And just be careful if you go out in the dark. This may be a sheltered haven, but there are still dangers here.
Understood.
Okay.
Well, I have a new little one to tend to. Have a good evening, and if you need anything, speak with Corvo.
Sounds good.
And she turns and disappears into another room. That's where we're going to take our break. And figure out if you guys want to do anything else on the island before you leave. If you want to explore anything, it's up to you. But otherwise, take us out, man.
All right. We will be back in about 10 minutes. And we're back.
Woo!
Ooh!
Woo!
Ooh!
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Are we
Taylor.
here? Taylor, we
You're-
can't hear you.
Yeah, you're on mute still.
Yeah, I don't know what you're...
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just train wreck of a stream.
Nah,
All right.
Yeah, it's
it's
just
fine. It's fine.
And I've lost my memory. Oh, you guys were going to gather your party.
Yeah.
And sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep.
So
Let's go get some sleep.
anything else you want to do in the temple or around town before you turn in for the night? After the Druids' mysterious warning.
I kind of want to talk to Sylfie about that mysterious warning.
Okay.
Because I'm a troublemaker.
Go ahead. I'll be right back. I can still hear you.
Okay. So, I imagine it's getting dark out by this point. So,
Yeah,
why
probably.
do you think they told us to not go outside at night?
I don't know. It's a little jungly, right? Like.
Yeah, but, I mean, it kind of seems like a good reason to go outside, right?
Okay, I know you think that. Like, that's just your personality. I don't know if that's necessarily the truth, though. I'd rather not get eaten by bears or whatever else.
They don't have to be bears.
Okay. I'd rather not get eaten by anything. Let's put that on.
But maybe we could, like, murder something, though. Like, doesn't that sound like kind of fun?
I mean, what would the point of it be?
I don't know. I just want to test out more things and do stuff. I want to get better at
Listen,
magic.
I understand your frustration. It has been a little bit, like, before the Heidelin fight and everything like that. It had been a little while since we'd really gotten our fight on. I promise you, when we get to Moore's Rest, oh, there will be so many people to kill. So many. Like, I don't know. I just don't. Okay, fine. If you would like to go out and get killed by a leopard or whatever, go ahead.
You don't want to help me? Get killed by a leopard?
Okay, maybe I would help the leopard. But I don't know. I just, maybe you could have asked her instead of being like, that seems suspicious. You could have asked her, like, what's out in there.
We could ask Corvo.
Okay. Let's ask him.
Hey, Corvo.
He's inside.
I walk inside. Hey, Corvo.
Yeah, he pauses, and you actually see him coming down from an upper area with just an arm full of random blankets. And he stops. He's like, "Yes."
Yeah, why aren't we supposed to go out at night?
Well, it's not to say that you can't, but it's rather dangerous.
But why?
Creatures.
Like what kind of creatures? Are we talking about like really big bats or like?
I
Well,
put my money on leopards.
Yeah.
You're not far off with the big bat thing.
Oh,
Did you happen to see the tower with the opposite one from the bell?
yeah, with
Yes.
Mothman in it.
Also not far off. We have a local protector who tends to patrol at night, and while he wouldn't be much of a danger to you, then again, he might
my
think
God.
an outsider's rather
Taylor,
a bit
did
of
you
danger.
actually create the Mothman? Because that's basically the Mothman.
He's
Does he like land on a bridge just before it's about to
Yeah,
collapse?
is he like an omen for bridge collapse?
we don't have bridges here,
Oh.
really.
Oh, you should build one.
so
Yeah, and test it out.
We just have the platforms out over the water, but
Have any of those
no,
collapsed?
he, good lord, he looks.
I want to
after-
believe, Corvo.
Shut up and let me finish. Good God.
You can't introduce the Mothman and expect us not to both freak out.
I know. He looks after us, and he tends to keep a close eye on outsiders because he doesn't trust them. But he's of no danger to you as long as you're of no danger to us. But some of the things that he does hunt, like predators, some of the local fey monsters, carnivorous plants,
Oh,
those are more what we're talking about.
huh. Okay.
They tend to come out at night.
Do they wear
Just stay-
sunglasses?
Just stay within the circle of the village, and you should be fine. But if you see any glowing eyes looking at you, probably get inside.
Ooh, what would a glowing eye be?
Reflection in a predator's
Yeah,
eyes.
there's a lot
Oh,
of
I thought maybe there was like a specific one, like a leopard.
Well,
leopard.
yeah, that sort of glow. But if you see an otherworldly looking glow, I would suggest you run immediately because that can't be good.
Cool.
So, Sylfie, do you still want to go like try to kill some?
Uh,
Corvo continues about his business.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be cool to meet Mothman, right? But
Right. We could meet Mothman and help him kill things, and then we'd be best friends with Mothman.
oh my God, you could like send messages to Mothman. Then.
Right? Maybe we should help Mothman.
I mean, we also really need to sleep and like,
We can still sleep.
and then what? Wake up at like 3 in the morning and help Mothman kill a
I
leopard.
mean, or we could just we could just see what it's like, and then go to bed. Let's wake up at 3 in the morning and help Mothman kill a leopard. Jesus.
Oh, that was a sentence I didn't know I was gonna say. Oh no, I'm crying.
There's such a leopard problem in New Jersey.
Such a leopard
That was-
problem
okay.
in fucking northern
Hold
Canada.
the fuck on. The Mothman is from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. How do I know this?
Because you're her husband.
Because my husband is from Gallipolis, Ohio, which is right across the bridge from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I've seen the Mothman statue.
Is it across the bridge?
Yeah, it's like it's not the same one. They rebuilt
Yeah.
it. But yeah, like I've gone across the bridge.
Wow.
It's it's an interesting little town.
Huh.
Everything is Mothman themed there. I've been to the museum, which is basically just here's a prop from the Mothman prophecies with Richard Gere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Huh.
it's interesting. And there's a statue in the
Oh yeah,
middle of
I've seen
town.
the statue. Yeah.
Hmm
Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah.
we could help Mothman.
We could help Mothman.
Do, I mean,
I don't know. Uh, all right. We're gonna flip a coin on this.
okay. Do you want me
Alright.
just to roll like a d20, like above 10 we do it, below 10 we don't?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. 4.
Okay.
I
so we
guess we're
don't.
staying in.
But now I kind of want to, right?
Right? So let's do it.
All right, fine.
Okay.
We'll do it.
I'm glad we flipped that coin.
Okay.
That
That's what always
20-sided
happens,
coin.
though. It tells you the answer, and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck it, rebel.
Yeah. You're like, oh, here's the answer I actually wanted.
So let's go
Yeah.
take a short rest until
Oh,
nightfall.
I'm gonna need more. Wait, hold on. Let me see where my spell slots are at.
I've got a couple. I've got a few left.
The man, the moth, the legend.
Oh, you know what? I'm doing okay on spell slots.
Yeah,
I
I'm
only
doing
have
okay
one
too.
down. All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
short-
looking at the wrong page. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
A short rest would be fine. Then I
Okay.
can regain some of those hit points.
Yeah, you guys.
hit
You guys
points.
can use
Hit points.
a break for dinner as a short rest.
Okay.
Break for Dan.
And because of the nature of the island, give yourself an extra hit die for free
Oh, sweet.
Oh, cool.
because of their food.
I won't even need all of that, but thank you.
Okay. So, Taylor,
Yes.
question.
Yes.
So I have Bard hit die and Paladin hit die. I've not taken a short rest doing dual classes. So how do I do that?
With hit dice, it's not as big of an issue. You can just spend as you please.
Okay.
The only time it comes into play which ones you use
Mhm.
is if you have an ability that affects the use of hit dice.
Okay.
So for the moment, your bard should be D8s and your paladin should be D10s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just spend whichever ones you want.
Okay.
Your aid would have also fallen off after this short rest. So,
Oh yeah.
You'd be down
Yeah.
to just normal HP.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I am fully healed.
I am almost fully healed. And I might do... Do I want to do a spell slot on me? No.
No.
You can use more hit dice.
I could.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
you
only
know what?
they replenish after 1 day, so why?
Yeah, I might as well. I mean, that still didn't get me up to...
So do
You
another
can
one.
spend another. You can spend as many as you want.
I used 3. Well, as many as you have, yeah. Plus, you got the freebie, so.
Or wait, no, hold on. How do I do math? Oh, I'm basically up to full now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after
Uh,
Din,
Yeah, you guys join the congregation of druids for dinner along with your crew. There is plenty to go around, even with an extra 30 people to feed. The crew is kind of down in spirits because
Gee, I
they've
wonder why.
lost their captain and their ship is kind of fucked for a while. It can
Well.
be fixed, but they probably won't be able to stick around long enough to actually take it home. They'll have to come back for it or something. Um, but the druids welcome you guys, and as guests, they serve you first. The only exception to that is the elder druid. She serves her. She is served first. You can see that when the food is brought to her first, she's like, "We have guests. This is stupid," but they serve her first regardless, and then you guys are served, and then everybody else. But it is a very hearty dinner that you're not really sure where some of this stuff comes from because you don't see fields, you don't see livestock barns and pastures, but there's a lot of it is wild game, but there is like beef and pork in there.
And chimkin.
Plenty of like breads that to you guys' mind, you're used to like bread made from wheat flour, but you start to realize that this is probably made from stuff like roots and
Oh, it's gluten free.
wild, weird plants and acorns and that kind of thing. But there's a lot, which is kind of weird. You wouldn't think they had so much like plentiful food here. And of course, there's tons of fish, just metric shit tons of different kinds of fish and seafood. But yeah, it's a fantastic dinner, hence the extra hit die. And afterward, you guys chill around, digest, drink. These people specialize in my two favorites, which are ciders and meads. Um, because apples and honey, they're the two easiest wild thing or moderately wild things to get here. Um, and then once everybody starts to sort of peel off to go to bed, you guys are shown where your quarters are. The areas that they have for visitors to sleep are kind of set up like a hostel, where there's like 5 or 6 people to a room, but it's not super cramped. And they're just like extra rooms off to the sides of this temple. And then because there are so many of you, some of the crew are lodged with locals who have extra space for them, and so on and so forth. Um, what would you guys like to do as the fire in the main hall begins to die down and the gentle breeze from outside just flows through the entire building?
Is it dark?
It is fully dark.
Let's go outside.
Okay, well, first, I think we need to talk to everybody and tell them what the deal is.
Okay.
So I guess we'll gather together Bull and Mia and Clay and just say, hey, so just letting you know what's going on. So we are getting a teleportation spell out of here to Anik tomorrow morning.
Teleportation.
Yeah. So just letting you know, it's gonna be bright and early. Also, Kit and I are gonna go make friends with the Mothman.
Yep.
So if anyone would like to come along with, that'd be fun.
Bull looks excited about the whole Mothman thing.
Of course he does.
And he's just like, they have a Mothman?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He hangs upside down in the bell tower.
Ooh.
He protect and he also attack.
And Mia is kind of like, I'm pretty small and easy to carry away. I'm not sure.
He's nice. He doesn't like carry away like little. He like fends off like predators and stuff.
Yeah. We're really hoping to see a Jaguar.
What about the predators and stuff?
I mean, you're pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm a fox.
I mean, Mia, do not let us pressure you into going. You don't have to go.
Well, I feel like I gotta go.
Well, Okay, well, HR makes me say that you do not have to go and you are doing this by your own volition. That
Yes, but because you're a person in a place of power, you immediately have the
all
ability to
right.
pressure me.
Okay, fine. So don't go. I order you not to go.
See, but now you're doing that.
Oh my
just
god.
She's like, no, I'll go. I don't care.
Oh, now you don't care. I'm
No,
a very
I think
small animal.
I think it'll be fun.
Mm.
I'm scared, but it'll be fun. Isn't half the fun of being scared just, or isn't half the fun being scared?
Isn't half the scared of being fun?
Yeah.
Shut up, Benjamin. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's half
okay.
the fun. So
I'm just imagining Mia as Piglet. She's like,
She's about that
Fair.
And then Clay is just listening to this like, you guys are crazy.
Indeed.
I mean, yeah. Hey,
I can read your
we'll
thoughts,
be
Clay.
friends.
You're right.
We'll be friends with Mothman and you won't.
I mean, I'm game to go, but oh, this is a lot.
Then go.
Like, I know you guys have been in here, like, fucking around, but have you, like, actually looked around this place?
I mean,
There's a lot of
off
plants.
into the distance.
No, there's cool stuff around here, like, just hidden away in weird corners, like, pieces of art and, like, almost like totems.
I put my hand on Clay's shoulder. I'm like, Clay, I think we're gonna get along someday, but you're a fucking nerd. Will you come fight stuff with us, please?
Don't, like, your people make this type of art, though? Shouldn't you be interested?
I'm sure they do.
Oh.
People make art.
It's got tunnel vision.
That's what
right
makes
now.
them
It's
people.
It's just Mothman for
You're
him.
not a culture person, huh?
You're a nerd. Let's go. Come on.
I love how that's Kit's answer. Like, yes, I'm uncultured swine. You're a nerd. Fuck off. And he's like, okay, whatever. Mothman it is. Is this like Mothman?
Yeah, like the one who killed the Jersey Devil. Yeah.
What is Jersey?
What? It's like a really rare Elucere dish.
It's like it was like a bedtime story, right? Where they're like, "Oh, the Jersey Devil,
It's gonna
comes
get
from-
ya.
He
But
comes
what
from
is
a far off land called New Jersey.
It's
There's
actually
only-
in the
New Jersey.
It's actually in the infernal realm.
Sounds about right.
It's actually straight
Yeah.
the fuck down in hell.
It's on the 9th ring of hell.
It's very cold.
Mhm.
It's not fun.
Very cold. Lots of rain. Lots
The
of
commute's
assholes.
terrible.
Yeah, the
The
commute's
river's
terrible.
full of
Yeah.
garbage.
Like, and bodies.
And there's
Yeah.
a way better city, like, just across the way.
Yeah, yeah. But they're all kind of assholes over there too.
It's the land of hopelessness.
Mhm.
Anyway. None of that is canon. I would love to yes and, but no.
But
So let's go meet the Mothman and kill a jaguar.
yes, do it.
They're not. I guess if you call cougars jaguars.
I mean, it's the same diff. Big cat.
No.
Big cat.
Big cat.
No. The only thing they have in common is that there are panther versions of both of them.
Let's go kill a big cat.
They're
Okay.
big cat.
Or maybe some real big mosquitoes.
Ugh.
Some
That's scarier than
some
big,
Mosquitoes don't
mosquitoes.
exist in my world. I hate them too much.
That's scarier than big cat.
Yeah, it is. Like Jumanji mosquitoes.
No,
Ugh.
absolutely not.
So let's are you with us, Clay, or are you against us?
Yeah, I said
Okay,
I'm
he doesn't
coming.
have to be against us.
Okay. No, if you're not with us, you're against us.
This is all just for
Shut up,
fun.
Kit.
We're having fun, Kit.
We're having fun.
Damn
Can we-
it.
Can we please go kill something?
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
go. I'm waiting on you guys.
Okay, I'm leaving. Let's go. Come
All
on,
right,
Bull.
you
my
all
Come on, Bull.
walk out
Grab
the
Mia.
fucking door.
Don't lose her.
Okay, Bull just picks Mia up and follows.
Perfect.
Okay.
With like 2 fingers.
Just one hand around the waist.
Yeah.
And Mia just kind of hangs there like, this is mildly degrading, as he just carries her away.
Bull did it, not me.
And Bull's like, I think it's pretty cute, and he just keeps going. But
Give her a
yes,
little
you
squeeze.
guys, good God, you guys, I'm trying to get you
Okay.
out of the building. Shut up. You guys head out the front door, where everybody
the
else has pretty
unknown.
much abandoned the streets at this point, or, well, streets. It is fully dark. The only lights sort of in sight are in a couple windows. There's lanterns here and there, but pretty much all you have is the light of the 2 moons overhead. Wait, hold on. It's Curvagar the 14th, so no, you cannot see the moons. It is a new moon. So you only have the starlight, which here, where it is crystal clear, is weirdly bright. But yeah, you step out onto the moss-covered center of the village and take a look around. You look up at the bell tower, the opposite tower, and see that there is no longer a figure there.
Mothman is out.
He's the one who
Perception
protects the
check.
night.
Yeah, make some perception
I want to
checks.
look into the night and be afraid of what I see.
Don't fear the Reaper.
19.
God, all right, I'm putting this dice away. That was a 7.
19 and 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Sylvie, you take a glance around. You start at the tower and then you look off in the directions that the tower openings are in, and you're just like, I don't know where that bitch could be. Kit, you take a look around, and then the thought occurs to you to look up. And you look at the up toward the front of the temple, and you see under the front eave there is a large black shape huddled upside down underneath the edge of the roof. Just a giant furry mass just hanging there, not moving at all.
Hi, buddy.
What? What are you talking to?
Look up under the,
As
the eave.
Sylphie makes a sound, it darts away at lightning speed.
You scared
And you
it
actually
away.
feel the wind over your heads just...
No, wait, hold on.
Did it have red
Hold on.
eyes?
You saw no features.
Okay.
I'm going to cast, before he goes, I want to cast command.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
I hope he's a wise moth. It works because the music that just came on is actually night music.
10.
Ooh, spooky. Oh, he does not save. My one-word command will be, stop!
Oh, no.
Okay. You see as he darts past, you see the wings open, these massive fur-lined patterned wings with almost these eye shapes on the back, but with these almost bat-like appendages coming off the front, almost like veined bat and moth put together. And you see the appendages flex and the wings close, and he drops to the ground on all 4.
Oh.
And just pauses. Now that he is still and out in the ambient light of the stars, you can see as he's folding his wings back, he has 6 limbs. He has the wings, he has actual humanoid arms and shoulders, and he has, I believe it's pronounced, uh, digitigrade legs,
Mm-hmm.
like
Digitigrade.
yeah, like a like a dog,
Mm-hmm.
like the back legs of a dog.
Mhm.
Um, and he's crouched down, so like his legs are so long that his knees are like up near his neck. And he's just crouched there facing away from you guys. You can see on the backs of his folded wings under this huge ruff of fur, the wing backs look like almost like owl eyes staring back at you. If you look at it too long, you almost think they blink, but they don't actually. Um, and he's just paused there.
Hey, buddy.
I
And
don't know what to do now.
he will stay there for 6 seconds.
I don't know what to do now.
Can I just walk up and be like, "Hey, we heard about you from the Elder Druid. We wanted to say hi."
That'll be about 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And as you get up close to him, the wings just unfurl suddenly, and you're almost like buffeted away from him as he stands up to his full height, and you watch him just rise and rise and rise until he towers around 9 feet. And you see these long, furry antennae sort of unfold from the back of his head. And he turns around. One of the striking features about him is that the ruff on his shoulders and his head are white, but they have this weird iridescent quality about them that in the dark they don't reflect the same amount of light. But you can tell that they're sort of silvery. The rest of his body is blacks and grays, down to these long, skinny, animal-like legs, but he has human-like arms that just rest at his sides. He has 3 fingers and a thumb, but they're all super, super long digits that just curl in, almost not quite into fists, but just like a loose fist at his side. And he turns. He has this hunch to him, almost like he doesn't have a neck, and his head is set forward a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns and looks at all of you. Instead of bug-like eyes, you see almost bat-like eyes, where they're still big, like these big black orbs, but they definitely have a pupil to them, and they can definitely focus and move. His actual face is sort of this peach shape, and then he has a little small snout that comes down with, again, bat-like features.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see these long canine teeth, and then a second set of canine teeth extending out. And he just turns and looks at all of you. He looks at Sylfie in particular.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to, like...
One antenna flicks.
We're doing it because we're friends.
Do you speak Common?
He looks at you.
Is that a yes or no?
I say in Celestial. What about Celestial?
No recognition.
Can
I
try
say
it?
in Elvish.
just
What
seems
about
to be-
Elvish?
He just seems to be aware that he's being spoken to.
Does he? Oh yeah, he does have a mouth. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, we just
I
wanted to
don't-
say hi and help you kill things.
Yeah. Are there any jungle cats that we can
Are any
take out?
Jaguars?
Yeah.
The big bat-like wings, you see the little fingers all flex in as they pull inward, and he just sort of, with over his shoulders, these big like bat-like hands come and just sort of curl in against him like this, and so it almost looks like a cloak on him now. And he wanders up to Sylfie, and he bends his legs and bends down so he's like at eye level with you. And you just see these gigantic black eyes.
Hi.
And the little flying fox nose just sniffing.
I whisper over to Kit. I'm like, this is like the beginning of a really bad erotic novel. I don't know what to do. Help.
Stick your dick in his mouth.
No, what?
No, let's, I mean, we could try to help him with stuff. I can't tell if we lost Taylor or if they just, nope, the background's still moving. They just hate us. Yeah.
Because I could tell because the banner was...
Yeah, hey there, guy. How's it going?
He's just staring.
I'll just be like, we
Oh, God.
want to...
We are here to destroy you.
Take down creatures. Kill them. I don't know what to do. Do you write? Can you read? I can write it down for you.
Oh my God.
He just still staring at you, like goes down into a full crouch in front of you, which is still like 4 feet tall. Just sort of his arms resting in front of him as he's looking up at you. If he had eyebrows, they would be furrowed. He appears to just be trying to figure you out. He has no idea anything you're saying. You see no recognition for language.
I'm going to stick my hand out. Like, maybe, like, in a half, like, let's shake on it, but, like, a half, like, here are some berries I found in the woods. Please eat them.
Sniff my fingers, dog.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. As you extend your arm, he mimics you, but he doesn't actually reach for your hand. He just seems to be playing Simon Says.
Is it the same hand as me or the opposite hand?
He's mirroring you, so it's the same.
Okay, I'll take out my other hand then, and I'll like grab his hand and like shake it up and down, like.
It is extremely warm, and not bug-like, if as you might have expected. It is very muscular, and his fingers are almost as long as your forearm. So when he closes his hand around yours, like his fingers wrap back almost to his own wrist. But he just lets you move his arm up and down, and he's like watching it like.
Can I, while they're doing this really weird exchange, can I take a look around and see if I see anything on the edges of the woods or anything?
Make a perception check.
Unnatural 20.
Oh.
Okay. You do see at the edges, in several places, there are canines walking around. Your immediate guess is wolves, coyotes, something like that. But they're big. They're real big. And they have these weird protruding spikes. And they seem to be sort of... They don't enter the circle of the village. Mm-hmm. It's almost like they're scared to step foot inside. But they're just prowling the edge of the circle of the village. Almost like they're looking for scraps, or maybe a pet wandering a little too far from home.
Kit's in a mood. I'm gonna dash towards them. I'm just gonna shout. I'm gonna be like, danger! And then I'm gonna run.
What? Danger? Where?
Immediately, as soon as Kit darts, the moth bat creatures entire form turns that way, and he lets go of you in this very smooth, weird motion, like his claws travel across your skin, Sylfie. Just because he's moving so fast, he doesn't let go fully, so you feel it like slide off. And he just shoots across the open circle, and Kit, he darts over your head directly at your target.
How far away are
Everybody
they from me?
roll initiative.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Kit at this point would be about 30 feet away, Sylfie about 60.
Okay. I probably can't get like a surprise round, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay.
You yelled danger and started running.
That's true.
I got a 13.
17.
Whoopsie.
That's
we're
like my
just gonna-
first good initiative.
Oh, we gotta get rid of these old icons.
These old maps.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just reuse this one. You're drawing. Clear. Get rid of them. There we go.
We fought so many times in this little
I
Winnie the
know,
Pooh area.
It's just my backup.
Winnie the Pooh area.
It is.
It does kind of look like it.
Winnie the Pooh.
Why is he called a Pooh?
That was a very, I don't know. I read it quite a few times, but it was some sort of name. I can't remember what it was.
Something. Mr. Sanders.
Well, he lives under
What?
the name of Sanders, and that's because he lives in the house that has a name on the plaque called Sanders.
What?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
So his name isn't Winnie the Pooh?
No, his name is Winnie the Pooh, but he lives literally under the name Sanders that is written on his house.
Okay.
Like, it's a haha funny, he lives under the name Sanders because it's written on the house, so he's literally underneath it.
Okay.
But no, the Pooh is something that Christopher Robin made up, and I think it was like a...
Is it because he's like a 5-year-old kid and he's like, Pooh?
No.
No.
It was
Okay.
something he misunderstood.
Okay.
Like that someone who would be called the Pooh is like maybe royalty or something like that. It was something
Oh.
weird, but he
The Pooh
misunderstood something.
Yeah, like the Pooh Bah.
Yeah. That's where it came from.
Okay. I mean, I don't know much about the stories. I've just
Oh
watched
god, they're
the Disney
so good.
stuff. So.
Oh my god. Yeah, he lived under the name of Sanders because
Okay.
it was written above his door.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's really, really ridiculously British and funny. It's very
Yeah,
dry.
yeah, that sounds like something British.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very good if you ever get the chance to read the original.
Maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
I'm just making noise.
Yeah.
Fill in the dead air.
I did not
I
understand a
appreciate it
word
while
of
I'm
that.
setting
I don't even know what I said, to be perfectly honest. They sounded like words though, didn't they?
I mean, very slurred together words.
Very
yes.
lightly slurred words.
Yeah.
Lightly.
Lightly slurred.
Lightly fried fish fillets.
So
Get your fish fillets. Oh my god.
That
We
was
are battling with Mothman.
We are! This is so exciting! I'm so excited.
He's kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't
That's
seem
kind
like
of
a bad
the idea.
dude. He's just
I
like,
guess. Is this gonna be like one of those things where like we find out he's actually some terrible monster and then we accidentally break the spell on him and he kills everybody?
I don't think so. He just seems like a confused little puppy.
A confused little moth pup.
Hey, he didn't rip my arm off. He could have.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And now we gotta kill all these dire wolves.
Would you not have an issue with killing, like, coyotes?
They're
'Cause
they're
you're a
wolves, not yokes.
coyote. Well, see, they said it was like it could have been wolves or coyotes.
no, I said they were canines, but they had bony protrusions.
Dire wolves.
And generally dire creatures have that. So dire wolves.
Okay.
Dire wolves.
Well, I just
Dar.
heard coyote, and I'm like, oh, Kit's not
Dar.
gonna be into that, but
All these goddamn dire
Dar.
bears.
this is so dar.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Oh, Clay's adorable.
he's pretty good. I like him.
Clay Vaudreau.
Draw.
Mia is actually just a fox.
Just a little tiny fox.
She's a little fennec fox.
So cute.
She's a Zerda.
That
Clay
sounds
needs a
like
haircut.
a pharmacy thing.
Zerda is
Zerda.
It
A
does.
Zerda. A Zerda helped me get rid of my psoriasis.
That's my. There was.
Zerda is a type of Vixu.
I was saying a
There's a-
Zerda. A Zerda.
There is a medication called Zyrtec.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's. Oh yeah, it's an allergy
Yeah.
med. Yeah,
A
so maybe
Zyrda.
that's why.
May cause death. That's it.
I hope you don't care.
Yeah.
But it'll get rid of your allergy.
Yeah. You
Okay,
can't sneeze
so-
when you're dead.
Yeah.
So, alright, so Mothman was here,
Mm-hmm.
and Kit was here.
Yeah.
This is just a rough approximation. So, Kit, you got to about here,
Yeah.
and Mothman is like
Wicked
hovering
fast.
over you by about 10 feet.
Mothman.
His name isn't Mothman.
What are you talking
Can I
about?
reveal what he's actually called?
No,
I mean, we don't know, so.
we don't know. It's just Mothman. It's
Yeah.
canon. Mothman.
He's mod band.
And then, do you guys have control of your tokens?
Bat Mothman.
Yeah, I can. Bat Mothman. Yeah, I can move it.
Yeah, so he's a large creature, and so are all the deer wolves.
The deer wolves, they all have
Deer
antlers.
wolves. One of these days, I'm gonna sick a vampiric pegajackalope on you guys. It'll be great.
That's
That
a lot
sounds-
of shit.
Vampiric pegajackalope.
Yeah.
It's a Wolpertinger.
I'm sorry, what?
What? Wait,
That
wait,
wasn't
wait.
a
I
fucking
didn't-
word.
I couldn't even,
Yeah,
A
yeah,
Wolpertinger?
A Wolpertinger.
A
couldn't even pick
Wolpertinger.
So a Wolpertinger is basically a jackalope, so an antlered rabbit with long canines and wings. Vampiric pegajackalope.
Okay. Okay.
Vampiric Pegasus jackalope.
Vampiric
Okay.
pegajackalope.
Yeah, it rolls right off the tongue.
It
doesn't
really actually does.
I'm very proud of it. Riley set one on us in my other game, or her other game, and I refused to call it a Wolvertinger. Just completely refused.
Vampiric pegajackalope.
Pega jackalope.
I was trying, but it didn't come out. Vampiric
That's-
pegajackalope.
Pegajackalope.
That sounds like. So, you know, in.
My vampiric pegajackalope has a first name.
It's
TED.
WOLPERTINGER.
Oh, God.
I just spelled 10.
I spelled Wolvertinger.
Oh.
No, there was. Do you guys know the Flash Gordon song that Queen did?
No.
The Flash.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's like the weird part. Yeah, yeah. It's like vampire pegajackalope.
Vampire Pegajackalope.
Oh my god.
He'll save everyone else.
Oh my god.
Flash.
Jesus.
I don't know any of the words. I just know it's real dumb. No, nothing Queen did is dumb. Never mind.
Anyway.
Silly.
Anyway,
Werewolves in London.
that was not Queen. So, initiative.
17.
13.
452.
390.
Page 954. Or how, whatever.
394. That's what I was referencing.
394.
Turn to page 394.
Yes.
BMM.
Bowel
Bat-Moth.
movement morning.
Bat Mothman.
Bow.
Bat-Moth man. Big motherfucking moth.
Memories.
Oh,
okay.
God. Big mammoth memories. There we go.
All right. The direwolves rolled higher than Kit.
Well,
And I
fuck.
Put
Oh my
them in a
god.
group.
Oh, and you grouped them.
Dexterous basis. Yes.
Guess what they have? Pack tactics.
Yes, they do. Yay.
Pack
Okay.
tactics.
Yeah.
If we die.
Oh my god, that sounds like that lady from.
Yeah,
that sounds
yeah,
like
yeah.
Stuart's mom. Pack tactics. The boxes and boxes of fed yourself.
No, Stuart was the one who said,
Oh yeah.
boxes and boxes of Fantasy.
It's for mommy's itchy vagina. Pack tactics. That is so totally how she fucking talks. That is the key to getting that voice.
I
pack
spent
tactics.
years practicing that voice, so I should be good at it.
That is the key phrase. Like you got pack tactics.
Stuart,
Stuart,
don't forget your pack tactics.
your
You
pack
get advantage.
tactics.
You get advantage if you have an ally in 5 feet.
Oh my god. Oh, pack tactics is never going to be the same.
Never again.
Never
Just
again.
pack tactics. Picture of Stuart's mom.
Yeah. Pack tactics.
Fucking
Pack
was it Mo
tactics.
Collins?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
She was also
Lorraine.
Oh,
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
the one with the mattress star.
Oh my god. My favorite one is the buffet. I fucking
Yeah,
love
the
the
buffet is so good.
at the goddamn what was
Where
the
she gets like under the sneeze.
the
guard,
casino?
like,
Yeah. Ah!
It's foggy.
No, what'd she say? Oh, she ate a jalapeno. She's like, jalapeno. And she's like, oh, God, that's hot. Oh.
Oh God, what was it in the mattress star? Like, temper.
My God. Pack tactics. All right,
Ooh.
let's.
Speaking of pack tactics, they
Yeah.
use it and kill us
They
all.
use it and we're all fucking dead because we're all standing in this thing just going, pack tactics.
Yeah.
Watch out for their pack tactics. Oh God. Okay, we're done. We're done.
Okay.
All right. We're not going to say those words anymore.
No.
Dear wolves. All right.
Deer wolves.
Dear wolves.
Dear wolves.
Deer wolves.
I'm having a big problem with some squirrels in my backyard. Can you come help? Thanks.
Maybe you could use your group techniques to help us with that.
Your club
Activities.
Yeah.
Activities. Your conglomerate issues. I don't know. Couldn't think of a word.
Your
Your-
alliance strategies.
Yeah, I was gonna say strategies, but
Your
I
allied strategies. Oh my god.
My mouth just keeps fucking up. Jesus.
Oh my god. There's a whole group of wolves around me.
There's a whole murder of wolves.
There's an entire murder of wolves.
There's a splatoon of wolves.
A splatoon?
I don't know.
There is a chamber pot of wolves all
Ew.
around me.
Oh, gross.
It's a
I mean,
metric fuck ton.
I mean, it's a bowl shaped out of wolves, and some shit's gonna go down in it. So yeah, it's a chamber pot of wolves.
It's a chamber pot of wolves.
And Bat Mothman is too high in the air
Bat-Mothman.
for them to reach. So Kit, you're the only one in range.
Oh boy, and they're gonna use their allied strategies to hit me.
Maybe you shouldn't have joked so much about pack tactics. Then.
Pack tactics.
Yes.
It's like that dog. Have you seen that TikTok where he's just like, nah, 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 and he's like just grabbing his nose. Nah, nah, nah.
Yes, sticking out so the Okay. This episode is literally unwatchable.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Oh no.
It's bad when you make those sounds in between laughing. We're just like, oh.
Like we're in pain or something. Like
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. You two. Once you two get going, it's over.
Sorry.
I can like come back, but you two are terrible.
Who was the one who started pack tactics?
Pack tactics. That is how that works.
Because what happens is Alicia and I set each other up.
Yeah. we like make eye contact with each other.
It's whenever I hear you start again that I can't take it.
God.
Yeah, it is kind of the second wave. It's like
Oh.
And I have a tendency to get the second wave, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm wearing my crown of
shit
calm.
just fell over on my desk and I don't know what.
I wish I was wearing the crown of calm.
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
We can all have crowns.
Yay.
Yay. These are real garnets.
What's the Taylor Swift lyric? We all got crowns. You're being too loud. I don't know.
It's funny
I mean-
how you're like saying that the most monotone way ever, but you sound just like her.
Yeah.
Like I actually heard the song playing in my head, like she was actually singing it.
I mean,
I've never heard that song, but you saying it, I know exactly what it sounds like.
yeah, I mean, basically. It's not one of her most vocally, like, impressive songs.
Well, Shake It Off certainly wasn't either.
No.
All right, dire wolves.
Anyway.
Shall we?
Yes, dire waffles.
Yes.
So with them all getting the allied strategy bonuses. No. No, Taylor, stop. Okay. With them getting their bonuses, all of them do hit.
Okay.
Oh
boy.
Dire Wolf. Let me just grab their damage.
I'm a B.
Oh god, I forgot that song existed.
You're welcome.
Didn't say thank you, but alright.
You're welcome. What is it? We just flash back to Twilight. We're like, it's the Black Eyed Peas. I love that you know exactly what I'm talking about.
So with a bite attack from all 5 of them,
Yeah.
that I'm not gonna roll all of it because it's 2d6 plus 3 each.
Yeah.
So that'll bring you to 45 damage.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Between the 5 of
oh
them.
my god!
Oh my god!
Sarah, I can't believe you're wearing that top.
That was so much!
Can
That
I
was
like
so
a
much damage!
This is so much damage.
But that brings us to Kit.
Who's
I
dead?
cast. No, I'm alive.
Oh, okay.
I'm alive. I'm going to shift. Bonus action shift.
That was wrong. It just got me.
What?
I know. Just ooh.
Oh. I'm gonna bonus action shift and give myself some bonus HP. Oh my god, you two! Swear to God.
Every time I look up, Alicia's hanging off screen.
Just leave her there. Oh my god, you guys.
Getting the Brian Foster tears. Oh no.
Jesus.
We need like a whole reset on this episode.
We can't reset. I'm gonna die. I will get my bonus HP. What's my constitution? Okay, so I get 9 HP, bonus action shift. And then you two, I swear to God. And then I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians. I can hear her like fucking dying off camera. Jesus. Oh my god.
Okay.
This is literally unwatchable now. Oh.
I'm fine.
Good thing we don't have much time left for your mascara.
Oh boy. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yep. We are. I cast
Spirit Gardens.
Spirit Gardens.
Listen.
Oh my god. Spirit Gardens.
Okay.
I can't keep my eyes open.
I can see that. All I can see is just like white. Okay. Spirit Guardians.
I know. I'm trying.
There's so much spirit.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Can't believe.
We are serious actors.
I have an art degree. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have a theater degree. I should be better than this.
Oh, no, this is fine.
I should be.
Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Yes. It's okay. You got this. Woosah.
Maximum effort.
Maximum effort. Woosah. 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 Woosah.
Anything else?
No, that finishes my turn. Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Or as Taylor affectionately calls it, Spirit Gardens.
Spirit garden.
Shut up.
Spiritual
I couldn't-
lawnmower.
Listen.
Spiritual garden.
When I am in distress, my speech impediments come back. Alright. It's fucking Bull's turn. Two, three, dash.
Ow!
Alright. He's going to rage.
I would like to rage. Like to rage.
Rage, please.
I always
just-
forget that Bull's a barbarian because he's so nice
Want to
and
rage
gentle.
ever so slightly?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Only to help my friends out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, brah.
then,
Like to-
Sylfie.
Yeah. Oh, it's my turn already? Damn.
Yeah, Bull dashed as his action.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yes, if it wasn't clear, the black spots on the map are buildings.
Yes. Okay.
Not buildings, buildings.
Yeah.
Belding.
Nobody likes Belding.
Alright.
Nobody understands.
I'm going to move. Man, my throat's all clogged up now. I believe 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right there. And I'm going to cast Shatter
Still in my
at
head, Stuart's mom.
3rd level.
Shatter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ah.
That's it. I'm not going.
God damn it. We are just a bunch of walking movie references.
Yep.
That's how we
Uh,
communicate.
So I think I'm gonna cast it.
You
Right
said third
here?
level. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
cast it like right there, so it doesn't get Kit or Bull, but it gets like those boys in that area.
Dem boys.
Dem boys.
Dem boys, dem boys, dem boys.
And they have to make a Constitution save.
Alright, so you're getting these 3?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. One pass, 2 fail.
Okay.
Shatter some wolves.
What is math? 20 points of damage for the ones who fail and 10 for the one who passed.
Gotcha.
And then I think that's all I can do.
You still have a bonus.
Yeah, I can't really do anything. Well, I could give Bardic Inspiration. Let me do that. Ooh, what's the 60 feet? I will give Bardic Inspiration to. Can Kit hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I will shout over the pack of wolves. Hey! Don't die, dumbass! And give him Bardic Inspiration.
Hey, dickhead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh god. You broke them.
Yeah, that's because that's a really good reference. I love that movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What
That's
is
a
it?
great. It's from Grumpy Old Men.
Oh, yeah, you talked about that before.
God, it's such a great fucking movie. Walter Matthau and John Lemon. Oh my god. So hilarious. They've been working together for
dickhead.
They've been working together for fucking centuries. They're hilarious.
It's especially funny because last night I was talking to Xana about it because we were talking about Hello Dolly.
Oh yeah.
With Barbara Streisand and Walter Matthau, and she's never seen Grumpy Old Men, so it's now my mission in life to make her experience the joy that is Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, and Burgess Meredith.
Oh yeah. Burgess Meredith. God. Excellent.
Oh no.
Can
We
bring
were
you
in
home
such a good spot.
Right. So, who's next?
Um,
Who'd you give
Clay.
inspiration to? Oh,
You.
me. It's a D6. Got
okay.
it.
I'm
Got
gonna
it.
have Clay
Got it.
stick to what he's been doing, and he's gonna stick with Sylfie.
Oh my
as
god,
he
you have a
steps up-
shadow now.
Well, he's
My
not
bro.
like, sticking to you. He's just near you. He's kind of following your lead because he's never done this stuff before.
No, that's fine.
But he comes to your side, and you see him pull the rapier and the pistol, very musketeer-esque. And you see him holding the rapier with his first 2 fingers and thumb. You see his last 2 fingers sort of twist, and he casts his magical weapon on the gun, and he levels it to shoot.
They both reach for the gun, Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both.
That will hit. Is- I don't know how, but Clay's just a great shot.
Wow, you messed that up so
Yep.
bad. Holy shit.
Did I ever profess that I was good at anything that
No, I guess
this
not.
whole show is just a testament to how much I suck at everything.
So, Clay got a natural 20 to hit,
Oh.
which with his magical damage deals out 27 total, part of which is lightning. So Sylfie, you watch him as he steps up to your side, level the gun, and you see the lightning crackle around the barrel, and as he pulls the trigger, just a shriek of lightning follows the bullet and hits this direwolf. And because of the damage you already did to it, he's out.
It keel over. And
Did you
it's
say
dead.
say a streak of lightning?
A streak of lightning follows the bullet.
I thought you said a shriek of lightning.
It's pretty loud too.
Ah! That's
No.
how the lightning works.
No.
Yep.
No.
It has a man's voice.
Yes.
It's a-
It's a really good
That
one.
was a good one.
That was like Game Grumps fucking Navi drifting back and forth. Good. Oh
That's
god.
awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Mia, time to show what you can do, babe.
You got this, baby.
So using her superior monk running skills. 1, 2, 3.
You can't even hear her. It's just like the tiniest little feet on the ground.
Like,
She gets all the way to one of the direwolves,
Yeah, she does.
and she takes a flying leap at it.
just like, hi.
Everybody
sorry.
was kung fu fighting.
Flurry of blows.
My neighbors hate me.
Stunning strike.
It's okay.
Awesome. All right.
She punches a direwolf into the astral sea.
Well, so you watch her. You don't hear her go. You just see the little streak of the ears as they flatten back. And she just jumps like off a small rock and just brings this little, like, to you guys it'd be like a baton, for her it's a staff. She brings it down on the wolf's, like, the top of his muzzle, like, and it makes that horrible hollow sound, like when a dog hits its face on something. And it just cracks, and then she uses the staff to pole vault herself into it and just punches it and kicks it in the chops. And with a stunning strike, it is stuck.
Cool.
Can we make it canon that her tiny little bow staff has like those dangly plastic things on the ends of it, so it's like a little kid's baton, like with the sparkles and shit in it? Maybe it's full of fluid with like little glitter stars.
So the idea I actually had in my head is that her staff is like a repurposed like walking cane.
Oh,
And so
okay.
it has like weird rich decoration on it and like a little like pommel on it that's probably was a jewel at one point, but she just took it off and got rid of it.
It's the Jurassic Park staff.
Sure. Yeah, kind of that idea.
Okay.
It
It would be funny if it was just like a regular like crook staff with a little thing on the end, and she just like beating people with it.
There's too many NPCs in this battle. Batmothman.
Batman.
He is going
Man, bear,
to
pig.
land beside Bull. And you guys watch as the wings open, they then close around this direwolf, and you can see the movement of the arms and the shoulders and like his elbow when he hits his wings. He is just raking his claws through this wolf's side.
That poor puppy.
Ooh, God, Jesus. All right.
I mean, that poor puppy also did like 45 damage to you, so.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
bad puppy.
As he pulls his wings back, you basically just see it looks like he took his 3-fingered hands and started at the wolf's hips and ripped backward, so that there's this big gash going all the way up to the wolf's shoulders. That'll bring us back to the deer wolves.
Let's make a saving throw. A wisdom. Wait. Creature wisdom saving throw.
All fail.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I cannot do that, so. 20 points of radiant damaga.
Damaga. Damage.
Damage. Damajaga.
Ba.
There is one left.
Haba.
Batika.
There's one left, and he is
Ah.
not doing well.
Yeah.
He no longer has Piak Tiak Tiaks
Tiak, tiak, tiaks.
as he goes for Kit.
God, I'm so obnoxious.
You are. I love that.
Indeed.
Great.
And you can tell the difference between the siblings because Taylor went, "You are," and I was like, "No, you're not."
All right, that is.
Hit me, puppy.
Hit me, puppy, one more time.
That takes on a weird connotation.
15 points of damage.
Fuck!
Yeah, he rolled max damage.
I'm still awake.
How?
Barely. Thank you to my shift.
God.
My shift is the only thing that saved
Oh,
me.
I was about
I
to
would be
say.
out if I didn't shift.
Yeah.
And he is going to run away.
You. Oh,
I want
you little wiener.
a attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Bull will both get them.
Yes. What am I hitting him with?
Just a physical attack.
With my staff.
Either with an equipped weapon or unarmed.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Stalwart.
No, we can't do this again.
7 points of staff whacking damage.
I almost went full Tigger there for a second. 7?
Yeah.
That's not quite enough. He's still running away. You give him a good whap on the backside, and it just makes him run faster. But Bull reaches out at the same time.
Staff whacking damage.
Oh yes. Okay.
Oh,
so-
yes.
Bull, as you whack the dog, Bull reaches out.
That's bad.
It does. Bull.
It sounds like
jumps
it's a mob for
forward.
killing dogs. Whacked.
Bull shut up.
Sorry.
God. Bull reaches out almost in like a dive and catches its hind leg. And you see him as he picks himself back up, he just drags the wolf backward. And right next to you, he just picks this wolf up, gets his head and its neck in his hands, and just opposite directions.
Oh, puppy. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not having fun anymore.
You were the one who wanted to do this.
Yeah, but I wanted to do it. To be fair, I killed most of them, so.
Yeah. But Bull just lets it drop to the ground. And you see him kind of get this look on his face like, I feel bad.
Yay! Good job.
Good job,
Team.
Bull. Go team.
Good.
Yeah.
Will somebody,
Yeah.
and then Kit just like lays on the ground. He's like, will somebody please help me?
I got it.
Bull like picks you up and brings you to Sylfie.
I'm gonna cast the
Oh,
cure
thank you.
wounds.
Cure wounds.
I'll
Wow,
do
that was
it
a little
at
over the top.
I'll do it at second level. So I give
Yeah,
you more juice.
medium cure wounds.
Yes. Hold on. That is 16 points of damage. Or healing damage.
16 points of healing damage.
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna perk me up a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit myself with a Cure Wounds as well. Ooh, that's another 11. Okay, that puts me over half. That's good. That's good.
You feeling better, buddy?
Yeah.
Do you like that you got to kill something?
Yeah, I'm really happy about that.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe next time I'll not run directly into the center, but you guys are so slow.
I mean, what we lack for. Never mind. I'm tired. Let's go back, please.
To bed.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, I turned to the
Oh,
Mothman.
man, both man.
Yeah.
Man,
Like, thank you
Bat
for your
Mothman?
help.
man, bot, man,
Bat-
bath.
Batman.
Man, math, bat.
Are you saying math?
I don't know. I just everything is
Man
coming out
Bath
with
Mat.
man, bath, bath.
Man Bath Mat.
Oh my god.
There's a new kink for everybody. Man,
Oh
bath, bat.
god. I turned to Mothman and I'm just like, thank you for your help.
Yeah,
We appreciate it.
He's been kind of drifting in circles above you guys, just kind of watching, and he comes in to land directly in front of you and does that thing again where he's like crouched down, looking up at you, and the antennas are just going.
I'll reach out and give him a little pat on the head. Pat, pat.
He like retreats his head further into his neck, but he doesn't like pull away. And he kind of glances over to all the dead wolves, and he walks over to one, this kind of weird, like low. You haven't actually seen him properly walk, but when he does walk, it's this very like low to the ground, long stride, because of the digitigrade legs. So his legs are like bent a really, really long way. And he walks almost like he doesn't move his arms when he walks. He almost walks like a T-Rex. It's almost like he's used to walking on all fours. No, he like keeps his hands in close and just sort of, and he doesn't have like a full neck, so his head moves with his shoulders. But he goes over to one of the wolves, and you see him reach down, and you can't quite see everything he's doing. But you hear kind of a gross, like, sound. And you see him, like, messing with something. And then he comes back over to you with a mostly cleaned off canine tooth.
Oh.
And offers it to you.
I thought he was going to hand you a ribbon made of intestines.
I thought he was just gonna hand me like dead wolf guts.
Here's the bow.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
he
very
did like
nice.
wipe it off, but you should probably disinfect that.
COVID.
Thank you. Yeah. This is great.
Careful, that flag's on YouTube.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should be fine. But
Backstreet Boys.
We're not making any money off this anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys, yeah, Backstreet Boys. But yeah, he gives that to you, and then he goes back over to the wolves, and he picks one up and just starts walking away with it.
Bye.
Can I loot the wolves for gold?
All right,
Can I?
buddy. You're tired. Let's
Make
go.
an investigation
Let's go back.
check.
Yes.
Oh man.
12.
You now have fleas.
Damn it.
You're sleeping outside.
You find
Let's go.
fleas.
You find the fleas! I wonder
And in
if
its-
teleportation kills fleas.
Probably not.
Well, that's actually a good question.
No, they would just get teleported with.
No, because teleport takes depending on the spell, takes a willing creature and their gear.
Uh-huh.
Fleas.
So I'm just gonna poof out, and there's gonna be a pile of fleas.
Fleas want to stay attached to their
But they don't
host.
understand magic.
I guess.
So it's iffy. Well, I'll roll for that to see.
Oh,
But yes, Kit now has fleas.
great.
Kit now has
Specifically
fleas.
on your ears.
Let's go back and go to sleep, okay?
I just lift
How-
up my back leg.
Whoa, I didn't know your leg
So
could
flexible.
Contortionist.
do that. Whoa. Okay, let's
Oh,
let's
no,
all
I can't put my
go.
foot on stream. I was just gonna lift my leg up and like put it in front of my face, but nope. That's against Twitch rules.
This is the worst episode we've ever made.
This is the best one.
This is the cursed episode.
I love this. So, yeah, let's go to bed. Bed.
Yep.
Let's
Let's go to bed.
go to bed.
Let's go hit the hay.
Let's go hit the hay. Let's go to bed.
Oh.
Let's go get the hay.
We're all just losing our
It's
fucking
not
minds
wrong.
now.
No, I know it's not wrong. That's like the whole song.
Let's go get what?
We're going to bed.
God, I might need to after this. Yes, you guys make your way back toward the temple as Batmothman, Man Bear Pig, disappears into the night. You assume to either move the corpses away or maybe to eat. You don't know.
Gotta give them to the Jaguars.
Yep, Jaguars. Yeah, you head back to the temple and find your little room that was set up for you guys. Kit, you get a little more patched up by one of the druids who sees you and is just like, Jesus Christ, what did you do?
I was attacked by a pack of wolves. Can you get rid of fleas?
With medicine, yes.
Not magic? You can't do it with magic?
Not really.
Clay,
Yeah, what?
will you cast Prestidigitation on me, please?
It doesn't really work on... I can try. Alright.
Cast it multiple times.
He walks up to you and, like, he inspects your ears and he's like, well, hold on. And he starts actually picking fleas off of you and, like, crushing them. And then once he's gotten all of them, he casts Prestidigitation to get rid of anything left behind, like eggs and whatnot.
I'm flea free.
Might have to wear a flea collar for a couple days, but you should be okay.
I'll just have him Prestidigitate my face.
Get them out of your eyebrows.
Got it.
Just a light, cool mist. Just
Yeah.
All right. You guys all head in after you're flea free.
Flea free.
Flea free.
Flea free. Flea free. And chill out for a night's rest.
We're doing long rest, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we
Okay.
going to beat you, dude.
And you go and
Good.
level up.
I knew I wanted to kill something.
Yay!
You're fucking welcome.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I didn't get hurt during that and almost die, but
No, that's fine.
whatever.
I will take one for the team if it gets me to level 7 so I can cast
Okay.
Dimension Door.
Oh,
All
fuck.
right. Yeah. Kit.
Okay.
What level are you now?
I am level 7.
All right. So you now have access to 4th level spells.
I sure do.
And that's about it.
Well, and a couple extras for my Trickster domain.
True. I don't know why that just popped in my head. What is Sylfie leveling in?
I don't know.
Make a decision.
I think I'm gonna take another level in Paladin.
Paladin.
Yeah. So
Alright,
I'm
what level Paladin does that make you?
3.
3! Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you now have access to Divine Health and your Sacred Oath.
Ooh.
This is actually super important.
Ooh, I get Divine Strike at 8th level.
So, what kind of paladin are you, Sylvie?
Oh god, that's a good fucking question, isn't it?
Because I feel like several of these oaths could suit you.
Oh,
Oath
fucking...
of the Ancients could suit you. Oath of Vengeance could suit you.
Hold on. I have to look this up.
And then there's all of the other millions of oaths.
Well, I have to look this up because D&D Beyond only gives me one option, so I have to buy one
look
of
it up
them.
on dnd5e.wiki. I'll send you a link because they actually have everything.
Yeah. I'm pulling it up right now. Sacred Oath. Okay.
They have all the published ones and all the ones available on D&D Beyond, and then there are other there's plenty of other oaths that have a lot of detail to them in other places.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to look over some of these and see what suits you,
I might just have to let everybody know what I do at the beginning of the next.
Yeah. I do also know that there is a paladin oath that specifically has to do with the ocean.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking through Oath of Vengeance. That seems good.
Oath of the Deep.
There is one that's Oath of the Ancients, which could be good for Whale Mom. Or Oath of the Deep. Yeah, I'll have to look at it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
We'll see.
Just keep in mind that whichever oath you choose, I will start doing things related to that oath.
Okay.
So if
Cool.
you choose vengeance, better be ready for some fucking revenge.
Okay.
Alrighty. Any other things we need to go over?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And obviously, if you have any questions about your oath or how it will work with my world and all that fun shit, you can just let me know.
Yeah.
When you quick question.
Yes.
When you roll HP, do you add anything besides the D that you roll?
Constitution.
Con. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Any other things for? Okay. Anyway, thank you for suffering through this episode with us.
Oh god.
I don't know about anybody else, but I had a great fucking time.
That was wonderful.
I don't know if it translated. But we have all our links below, including for Atlaran Adventuring Company. Twitter, Atlaran ADV Co. is also there. And we will also not be having a stream next week because Blake has decided to go camping, which I am mildly, extremely jealous of.
Going on my first vacation in like 700 years. Literally, it's been almost a decade since I've been on vacation.
Oh
Woo.
god, it has.
Yeah.
But Leisha, tell
Me.
us about yourself.
Hi.
Make it sexy.
Hey.
No.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'll just make it normal then. I saw that look, Ben.
What look?
You were just like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have a Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at amkellywrites. You can also find my website at amkellywrites.com. I have a blog where I post kind of just random stuff. I started a new series of blogs this week called You Should Be, where I recommend different media properties, shows, TV shows, books, movies, stuff like that. So you can check that out. I'm also working on a book right now. It's kind of about D&D. So hopefully that will be out at some point.
It will.
I hope.
It will.
That's Ben's turn. Go.
It's my turn. I'm Blake R. Wolfe. You can find me at blakerwolfe.com, which is BLAKE
Wolfie.
RWOLFE.com. I have one book out currently, a novella. It's a horror thriller, and then I've got an LGBT book coming out on October 2nd. Pre-orders go up on September 4th, and then I'm currently working on a fantasy series that is giving me some trouble, but I'm going to figure it out. So you can find me there, and there's links to all my social media stuff too, which is just Blake R. Wolfe on Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am your loyal dungeon master, Taylor Wallace. You can find me on Twitter at TAIYLORWALLAC, and I don't know. I mostly do D&D stuff right now, but I am working on some stories, trying to get at least one done before January. Currently working on Rosemary Hearth, which is witchy, paranormal, supernatural, LGBT, and then Avalanche, which is historical kind of fiction with a supernatural twist. If you like shit like Deadwood, you might like what I'm up to. And then oh god, what else am I doing? I do a lot of stuff. Like all at once. Like way too much all at once.
How about your editing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Because I've been recently reworking a couple bits and pieces. I run Sonder Editing, sonderediting.com, and if you got a story and you need somebody to look it over and make sure it makes sense and fix all your mistakes, you just let me know. I try to be real fair about my prices, so let's see what happens. But thank you all for joining us. We will be back the weekend after next, in September, and
That'll be September 5th.
September 5th, yes. And of course, follow Twitter for updates, stuff about lore. I do lore time posts, and I post stuff that these guys are up to as well. Yay. Oh, VODs available on Wednesday and podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Woo. all right. I think that's it.
All right.
We
Thank
can
y'all.
put this cursed episode behind us.
Yeah. Oh god. Bye everybody.
The name of this episode, P.S., is called Pack Tactics.
Tick, tick, ticks.
Yes, it will be.
All right, everybody. Have a good night and see you in 2 weeks.
Bye y'all.
Bye.